What's up, everybody? We're trying something new tonight. Welcome. As I was just talking to my couple of guests backstage for this Hangout stream, we're going to have a good time. We're calling it the Backrooms. It's like a double meaning sort of thing. For the first episode here for the Backrooms, we're going to talk about the Backrooms. If you don't know what they are, it's something very fun to talk about. But also, like I said, I want it to be like maybe these late night streams I do sometimes where we talk about some crazy stuff and whatnot, where I don't, I talk about too much social commentary and politics on Hoffcast a lot of the time where I don't get the chance. And also, I just want to do this sound check. Sounds really good. Sounds good. So also I wanted to say, as this being a Hangout stream, anyone is welcome to come by and hang out at the stream and give your opinions on things and talk about whatever. There is the main topic of the Backrooms tonight, just because it's the first episode of the Backrooms. But we can talk about whatever. We're going to go into a lot of things. Who knows where it's going to go? So that if you want to join in, anyone is welcome. Literally anybody who is watching right now or in the future, well, I guess while we're doing this, is welcome to join in on this and be a part of it, because it's a Hangout stream, and this is what I do on Hoffcast. I want a community here. I like doing the community aspect of things. That's why I love you bosses. And let me say hi to the chat real quick here. And a couple of the bosses are going to be on here, like Sapphire Elf. Fifth Night is going to be here. How you doing, Sapphire? I'll get you on real soon. Steve Harlow, how you doing? He might be on later. Yeah, I know I lied. I only lied about that because my guest came on right at the time, and I wanted to kind of explain to him what was going on. I know. I'm a terrible man. But anyways, let's get this going. I did want to say, if you haven't been, I didn't put it up tonight because this was kind of a spur of the moment thing, but if you haven't been to Hoffcast.com, make sure you get your ass over to Hoffcast.com, where you can get all the latest news on Hoffcast. Like I said, this is the last one that I did on Tuesday. I didn't put this current one up, but I did do it on Twitter. It's hard for me to keep up with all of them. So let's just get to the show here. Let's get my guests on. If they're ready, maybe if you're not ready, I can keep doing an intro. Just put your thumbs up. You're not there. I won't add you until you're ready. But we're going to have a good time tonight with what we're doing. Okay, here we go. So first guest up tonight, Mr. Sapphire Elf. How you doing, brother? My brother from down under.
Good day, Hoffman. Good day, always. How you
doing? Yeah, good day. I don't mean that disrespectfully. I try to do an Australian voice. I can't do it, but I'd love to do a good Australian, I heard, if you do Rise Up Lights, what does Rise Up Lights sound like you? Does it sound like razor blades?
Rise Up Lights. I can't remember what it is, but I know the thing.
Razor blades, Rise Up Lights? Is that
Rise Up Lights? Razor blades could be. Yeah, it depends on the accent. Yeah.
There are different accents, just like anywhere. Even in America, people
just knocking back a tinny after lunch.
They're like Saturday, it's Saturday. And then we also have Fifth 90. I don't know if he's going to, you can take your time here, bud, but Fifth 90 is also going to be part of the stream tonight. So I just want to thank you fellas for being here. And anyone who wants to be on the show, you're welcome to come on. Hey, what's up, Fifth? How you doing, bro?
What up? I'm here.
That's cool, man. So how you been, bro?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, just going through some stuff right now. I'm just surprised right now out of nowhere you want to do a live stream.
It was spur of the moment. I apologize. It really was. I was thinking about doing one last night, and then I was just like, it was too late, and I decided I wanted to try this out, like kind of just this fun kind of hangout stream tonight. And it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a real good time. So I wanted to talk about. By the way, do you guys have anything to plug? Anything in your Twitters or anything like that before we go on?
No, not really. Just same old stuff.
Not really.
Yeah, just waiting for my legal help. I would put it out there, but I don't know. Kind of feel weird.
Well, good luck to you, Fifth, man. Tonight, maybe it can be a little bit of a distraction. Maybe you can have a good time hanging out with some friends and get away from all that. That's kind of what I'm trying to do myself with some things tonight, and just Just try to like look at the absurdity of the world, but also what we're talking about tonight, the back rooms. Like I said, I want to start calling these late night streams of Hoff the back room streams. But it all spawns from this. That it's this weird phenomenon I got into recently. And granted, it's not. These videos are not real. I just want to make that first and foremost clear. But it's like a horror movie that you can watch or something like that, or like a thriller, and you can kind of speculate, and there's so much to it. It's so original to me. So if you don't know what the back rooms are, we're going to share them as soon as I get to say hi to the rest of the chat here real quick. Mr. Matt Brooks, what's up? I love you, Matt. Glacial Musher, I think you're a new watcher here at Hoffcast. I don't recognize your name, but you're welcome here at Hoffcast. Thank you for being here tonight. And I love that pup in your picture. Wow. Oh, I love it's like a husky. My dog has one blue eye, one brown eye, half husky. And yeah, Wookiee supremacy, rock and roll, motherfucker. Wookiee supremacy, probably one of my most longtime watchers of all time here. I love Wookiee. That's right. Beast Astro, where'd you come from? Welcome to Hoffcast. I hope you enjoy watching this stream and this late night stream hangout tonight. Like I said, anyone who is watching right now is welcome to join. The link is in the description box. If you want to join in, I'll get you on here on Hoffcast and we'll talk about these things. So let's get right into it, boys. Let's start this video out here that I got pulled up, and let's see what you all think of the back rooms. And let's keep it quiet for a minute here. I mean, you can say you can react, but just once again, I'm gonna say this is not real. I'm just being first and foremost. This is like a movie, but it's so fascinating to me, and it makes my mind think about a lot of things. So, oh wait a minute, hold on. Glacial says, "How can we join?" Maybe I should put I'll put the invite back into the chat, Glacial. I will get it to you right here in the most recent chat. That way you can get there. It's bam right there. I just put the link there if you want to join in there. It is. Can I share my own one? How do I share my? There we go. Right there. Hoffcast, that comment. If you want to join in on the show and the hangout, everybody's welcome to do so. And it's going to be fun. The show hasn't even started yet, and I'm having a good time. How about you boys? You having a good time yet?
Yeah, I am. I don't have my mic on, or not my mic, my video.
You're good, man. You don't have to. You know, get them shades on and get on here live if you want. That's fine too, man.
That sounds like if I am, I'm gonna put these glasses on because this is what makes me look good. On my end.
You're a handsome man, no homeowners, bro. The link is right there. If you just click on that, and it should take you and just join in. It leads you through it. It's pretty easy. So this is some creepy stuff here, guys. Let me set this up before I guess just show the video. So the back rooms is this kind of a phenomenon. Once again, not real, but in my eyes, it's kind of like maybe it could be. Maybe there are some realms or like some parts of the world, if we're living in a simulation where you can glitch through something, or if you walk too far out into the woods where they stop processing the reality of the simulation and people do not like see you, then you might just disappear forever, you know, and you can blame it on whatever, but maybe you just walk out of the simulation. Maybe you just go off the grid. You know, there's glitches in the world. I truly believe there's glitches in the world. I don't know if that's aliens, UFOs, ghosts, interdimensional beings. I don't know what it is. But these back rooms are these found footage kind of material of filmmakers, independent filmmakers who are... It starts with this one, I believe, that there's a million of these videos, and we watch as many as we want tonight because they're all fun. But this one is like the first one that I watched, and I thought it was very fun, where they were trying to make a film, and literally the cameraman just falls through a glitch in the world, and he finds himself in like one of the most terrifying places of all time. So let's watch this, and let's see what everyone thinks. If you've already seen the back rooms, let me know in the comments or join in. But to me, this was new. I just found out about this about a few weeks ago, about a month ago, and it's something I wanted to talk about on Hoffcast. But now's the night we're gonna do this. Let's watch some of the back rooms here.
Sound, camera,
rolling.
All right, and action.
Already creepy. Sorry, I'll shut up too. Already creepy.
All right, cut. That was good. That was good, guys. All right, that was good. I'm thinking we get a wide angle, and then we're done. Okay?
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Like how much further? Like
A little more. A little more.
that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where he falls through the glitch, and he arrives in a world of the unknown, the Backrooms.
Yeah,
Basically,
this is
Hello? Hello? Hey guys.
What is this?
This definitely reminds me of a Twilight Zone episode where everyone was stuck in a box and they had to try to figure out how to get out.
It's exactly what
this
is.
There's nothing around, just plain walls.
Also want to welcome Beast Uno
Hello?
YT to the stream.
Someone there?
Welcome.
Yeah, like some fractal 3D generated maze, but the lighting looks incredible in it.
I hope something doesn't pop up and scare me.
Shit, ads. Sorry about the ads, boys.
Yeah, that is scary. It is ads. Yeah, that is
There we
fucking
I was
scary.
about to say, just as he said, I hope we don't get a pop up. Yeah.
So yeah, while we're chatting, let me. That's a good place to pause. So you all had great things. First of all, yeah, I did want to give Beast Uno YT a proper debut introduction to Hoffcast. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Oh, he left. Or she. I think it was he. Well, never
Well,
mind.
they're
Then.
mysterious, that's for sure. Tell us
Put
about
it on
Rather-
yourself.
not too much.
Rather mysterious for sure. He could have just said I'd rather not talk. All right, let's get all right, let's continue with the video. Or did you guys have anything to say about this before we continue? I think you guys had some good points about this.
Oh, no.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is the creepiest thing in the world to me. I think being alone in a maze that you can never get out of, and that feeling of loneliness, it's only a metaphor for life sometimes, but also like the reality of this and the visual is creepy as hell to me. And they say it's like a moldy place with wet carpet. It smells bad and the lights are always flickering and you don't know what's around the corner.
Yeah. So almost the embodiment of one of my phobias. Like I've got agoraphobia and fear of weird places, but something just keeps repeating and you're stuck in it and no one's around. Like, yeah, that's one of my biggest nightmares is I'm lost and I can't find my car.
Well, then, Fifth, go ahead, bud.
Oh, no. Same thing. What he's saying. Same thing. You try to go open a door, go through one way, but you're back in the same place. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of like how he is. No matter where he goes, it's going to be nowhere. Like in certain movies, Matrix, you're in a place, it's all white. There's nowhere around. It just seems kind of like endless, kind of like a black hole. You just keep running and running, doing whatever you can, but you're going to go nowhere. You're in the same place.
Start MacGyver in a light switch or a wall outlet and use the wire as a rope. So
MacGyver.
Yeah, if you can find an outlet and get some wire, you need something to mark your way around, like a piece of chalk or something.
Well, there are videos of this, and it ends up where it doesn't work that way. Let's continue with the video.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Oh, fuck
That looks like almost a way out right there, but you can't get through that crack. But it also looks infinite. Is that the doorway out? Oh no!
Yeah. I wouldn't even look down there. Yeah.
It's like everything is emptied out. It's like someone built this and then it was abandoned, and like that's one of the weirdest things to me is like an abandoned mall or something. Which I'd like to look at some of those videos tonight as well. But okay, yes. Let's pause this. Let's go back. I've had nightmares about this literal image right here of a ladder going up. What's up?
The horror movie, The Cube. They've got like hatchets into the wall, and it's exactly like that. It's
exactly. There's like 8 Cube movies, but I've seen a couple of them. Hypercube, Cube 3, Hypercube. But yeah, it's the same thing. They keep climbing through, and there's no real way out. Yeah, it's like the same kind of formula. For sure. And I think that's fascinating, man. Like This one's like you fall through a glitch in the matrix, though, of the reality that we live in. That's what I found fascinating about it. And this is creepy to me. Just that dark hole, just a ladder, like that's your only way out, and you don't know where it leads. Ooh, it's creepy.
Yeah. And in another way, it would be kind of cool if it's like some other like escape room type of stuff, and you got to figure out which way you're gonna go. But it's like scary because you got to crawl through some stuff. I would be scared because I don't like really small places. So something like this, I'd be scared.
It's almost like the movie Saw without the traps. It's just like trying to get out with no directions whatsoever.
Yeah. So the uncanny valley effect is like when robots look too human and they wig you out. But is there a word for like an ominous room, like it's not human-like, but it's kind of got that uncanny valley kind of?
It's
vibe
called
to
liminal spaces. I looked this up. I was going to get deeper into it. Yeah, we'll look at that as soon as we get through. I'm gonna put it up in a tab so I can remember that. After we watch the rest of this, I wanted to say, great joke by Wookie, dude. Where's my car? It must be a horror movie. It kind of is. It was a death to comedy.
Yeah, they did have aliens, so
no, I'm not gonna lie. I did laugh at that movie when I was younger, but yeah. So let's continue with this creepiness here. Let's keep the tone going. So where's this go? Oh no, would you climb up that ladder? You'd have to. There's no way out.
I'd be pulling the ladder up and taking it with me, that's for sure.
Oh, good move. Good move.
Yes, exactly.
It doesn't look that heavy. You might be able to use it to span a gap too, you know. It's that Minecraft brain at work.
So
Can anybody hear me?
Oh no. See, that's the
Hello.
You never yell hello if there's a stranger in the house. You want to sound like a badass.
See, stuff like this would be cool to do, like airsoft or paintball. Excuse me.
Oh yeah,
stuff like that, and
forever,
even like
and ever.
Yeah, or that like an adult game of like hide and seek. Something like that, but play for money though. Like make it, a little bit fun.
Betting on hide and seek. Now I'm in.
Hey, I thought of it as a business. I thought it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I found these videos of this guy that's like an airsoft ninja, and he runs around with a sword and jumps out of bushes.
Would you trust the arrow when you're lost in a place like this? Would you trust the arrow?
It's the only thing. You just got to either trust is it going to be good or bad at the end. And hopefully you look around for other arrows or something, see where it might go. Just like in the maze or the movie, The Maze Runner. Well, make sure you don't go to a dead end.
We've talked about that before. The Maze Runner. Me and you, Fifth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd trust it as far as I could use it as a marker. I'd know that there was an arrow there, but if I keep seeing exactly the same one pointing the other way, then I'd be a bit less trustful.
But in a place that's evil and mysterious, would you trust the arrow to lead you on? Like I get just like the square hole with the ladder. It's the only way to go, right? So you have to.
But what it is unique. I could trust it to be a marker for that area.
But what if in a place like this they could change the layout of it as soon as you walk?
Yeah, but how weird is the area and stuff for you to not know you're walking straight though? Like, because if it looks long and you keep going straight, or even if you have to go around a wall, there should be some way to know I'm still going straight. There's a wall here. Where else can I go? I either got to go some other way. Other than that, it's just going to be a circle.
Yeah,
or whatever square.
Labyrinth vibes from the arrow straight up, where she marks it with a lipstick and the little gremlin turns the bloody cobblestone over and rubs it off and shit.
Well, I've seen some videos on how to escape the back rooms, and one of them is to just walk your hand along the outside walls as far as you can. Just keep going with that. So I don't know if that would work or not, especially if the maze changes while you're in it. That's the scary part. Let's go on with it. It's right here. Look at this. Look at this.
What the hell?
So we see this writing on the wall here. What's going on here? It gets a little closer.
someone's drawn a window like it's a way to the outside too.
Wow, good point, man. I didn't even see that.
There's a sun in the
Wow.
window.
Yeah, I see that right there.
Mm.
What are the eyes? That looks kind of alien besides the nose.
It's your window that you got now.
The almond eyes, though, it says God something. It's marked out. Don't stay still. Let's rewind this for a second.
And those handprints look tiny, like a toddler or something, like a kid.
Don't move. Stay still. Oh shit!
Fetal position. Fetal position.
Whoa! Run!
Yeah, seeing those.
My skin's crawling. I hate this stuff. Love the simulated running. That's all. I would have stayed in the dark and ducked in the corners.
Oh, another hole, another square hole.
Go, lad, go! Fuck it. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
My skin's crawling. Fuck that.
Oh, my heart's pounding. Whew. Look, there's a staircase back up. Let's take a look at this. Let's analyze this. So you fall into a hole. You already knew you fell through a glitch in the matrix, in the reality of the world, and you fell into the backrooms. But you fell even further trying to escape a demon in the backrooms. So you fall into this another square hole that goes down. But now you see three ways out. You see a door on the left, door on the right, like a hallway, and then you see stairs back up. What do you trust in this one, boys? Which one would you take?
Well, I'd probably go to the right. It looks there's more light that way.
Another ad. Another ad.
Yeah, but it's weird though. So it's like you gotta try to realize, are you asleep or are you awake? Because if you're asleep, then in a way you kind of shouldn't be running, be worried about that. But if you're alive, then I know it's kind of weird.
I'd go the staircase. It'd be like, it reminds me of something like Alice in Wonderland or something crazy, like a portal or something. Staircase for sure.
The only reason I would take the staircase is because I already fell back down. I fell at least through 2 floors of this maniacal realm that we've been
because there's like the Maze Runner in there, because they're like in that they're kind of doing the same thing. They had their real life too, where they had to run around. These things might kill you. They had their certain stuff to live every month, but then once one of the people escaped, they actually got a hold of him. They're testing his brain, so they're just giving them like dreams or certain stuff, kind of like this. Now you're in a different level. All right, seem to pass it, or you got away. You went through this little hole door. Now you go to the next level. Now it's just we're testing you again. So in a way, it's just kind of like it's kind of weird how this stuff goes. Kind of like Inception in a way. Like you have your brain and all this stuff going on. You're asleep. Just
Fifth, I do like the thing that you said, that you would go into the one on the right because it has the light in it. Yeah. There is a light above the staircase as well, though. It's kind of off a little bit. But I like what you're saying. There's light in the distance in the right path. I do like that outlook.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if it was a staircase going down, that'd be a different symbolism, and that'd be a no. But because they're going up, maybe
you don't want to descend. You want to ascend.
It seems less oppressive, like going upwards. I don't know.
Yeah, more options to get out if you go up.
Matt Brooks says I've had the dream.
And do something.
Matt Brooks said I have the dream where I was falling from a building. I think we all have. At least I have many times. Like, and you hit the ground, you jump in your bed. It's happened to me a lot.
There's a word for that thought you get in your head when you go up higher places, and you always have that thought, I wonder if I jumped. and your body has that fear reaction, and you get the vertigo, and it keeps you away from it. But there's a word for that impulse to jump. I can't think of it.
Well, in a
That's why
certain way,
people
it's like my
skydive.
scared of heights. It's like, oh, I'm close. It feels like I'm imagining I'm gonna slip and just die. I'm not gonna be here. So it's almost like I don't want to go too high. It's like so scary. I can
Same,
look
Fifth.
down. It looks cool, nice, but
Yeah.
just fucking
I agree
scary.
with Fifth on that. Yeah. The
I've been up
adrenaline
to,
rush
like,
is
one of
like a
the-
drug that's like nothing else. I couldn't imagine jumping from a freaking plane. The adrenaline rush. I don't think I'll ever do it in my life. I just don't think I will. No, I don't think old Hoff here will ever get in a plane and jump from it ever. I don't want it.
That's why with certain stuff, like it's weird, like they don't even mandate on planes. Like if there's one way to survive, if you're scared of heights or whatever, I mean, have a parachute. Other people do it for fun. They survive, jump out of planes. But if something goes wrong in the serious ways, why not have a parachute? They double charge people for being big. Why not give a parachute if you want to survive in case some terrorist or something? Instead of like, hey, should I maybe jump in front of this bullet, get shot, or maybe I have a parachute, let me survive and let people know what's going on. Instead of like,
I'm pretty sure they don't let you on board with a parachute because of DB Cooper, the dude that stole a shitload of money and jumped out of the plane.
Yeah,
with the
I
parachute.
heard a
plane,
bit
no one
like
saw him
that.
again. Yeah.
I
love that story. That's one of my favorite stories.
They don't want people trying to open the aircraft door in turbulence either. So if everyone had a parachute and everyone's just like, oh, she's getting rough, and someone panics, it's like, fuck it. What are we doing?
They already put the thing for like the 2 marshals to be on every plane. So if that's a thing, then yeah. Other things too, they do all these security checks, but somehow freaking, I don't know. But either way, that's it's getting like serious with this stuff. But that's why I'm there.
If you could disguise your parachute, I'd totally take one with me. Fuck 'em.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, let's go.
So let's see where the path leads here. Let's see if it goes to the right hallway, to the left door, or up the stairs.
Yeah.
Like
real quick, there is looking like something is on the left, like there is another door to the left or something. So you could go left, middle, or right. Oh yeah.
It looks like the stairs.
Oh, there is a light right
there. Oh, well, okay. So Fifth, when he looks right here, now what do you think of that one? Let me try to pause.
The light, I like it. It's more brighter. But going upstairs, he just dropped down. So is he gonna go back?
There is a light up there on the stairs, but you don't know what it is. But yeah, there's that right path, and then here's the stairs, and there's that dark.
That's why I'm so interested to see what's next, because you could go upstairs, but is it going to be the same room that he just dropped from, or is it going to be something different?
Let's go.
Yeah, didn't he just look at, wasn't there just a closet in that room to the right? Didn't he just see a closet? Why didn't he look in it? There could be something in there that you need for the puzzle.
Yeah.
I think at this point I'd be too freaked out to even have the. I like the way you're thinking, but I think I would be like, oh shit, I just gotta get out of here as quick as I can because I'm freaking out. But the way you're thinking is logical, and that's the way you'd need to be in a situation like this. You're thinking about taking a ladder with you when you go through the hole. You're thinking about checking out closets, looting, making sure you get some health potions and whatnot.
I know, right? Yeah, that's like playing a Pokemon game. You see the little shiny stuff on the ground, you pick it up, you get something. Never know.
Just because it's also the same, anything unique, it'd have to have significance. But I'd probably just be in fetal position for 3 hours on the ground till I could contain myself, and then I'd trek on.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, the one thing that's not presented in this, which I wish was like, if you have your cell phone on you, what would that look like? I'm pretty sure you just had no service and nothing would work. I'm pretty sure that's the way it would be in this situation, but it's not shown in this. It's just like. But anyways, let's go on. It seems like the stairs is the way this person is choosing to go.
All right.
Lights up, turn on and off. So upstairs, it's kind of different.
I hate that sound, that hallway. I hate that echo.
And look out this window. Look out this window. What's out there? All kinds of what with apartments or just like the same thing over and over? It's kind of a mirror of the real world a little bit, but it's all contained. There's no sky above it. It's just, that's weird. It looks like it'd be something that would be outside, but there's a roof.
And like, what's with that pattern on the ground too? It's like there's a baseball diamond in one corner, but then there's like a handball court. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this place?
Oh, you can almost see people over there. Looks like some people on that window. Some windows are dead. Some are lit up.
Oh, I didn't recognize that first time. But don't they look too small?
So this is weird. Just a dumpster inside of this place.
Oh, it'd be dumpster. That'd be my new home. It's armored. I'd be wheeling that with me every time something bad came. I'd, bar the roof with a ladder and jump inside.
What did that say on it? So there's a rope there. You can hang yourself that rope maybe from that dumpster like Epstein. It's big enough. High enough. What does it say? Trust.
I got no idea.
What is that? I see waste management. I see waste management. That's one thing I see. But
yeah, it looked like it just random letters.
It actually reminds me of a miniature.
Oh, this is a crazy part. Okay, go ahead, Steve or Sapphire.
I was just saying, the waste collection, the random, just generic name reminds me of like a good scale miniature you'd have for action figures for taking photos and stuff.
Oh,
just those
dude,
real generic sort of utility names. Anyway,
but check this out. This is one of my favorite parts right here. There's a way out. There's a way out right here. You can tell it. There's like finally like it looks like we're getting to something. There's like signs. It's not just all bland.
And then there's the cube gap. Should have brought your ladder.
Exactly. Holy shit, you're right. Yep, there's the gap. And I don't know if the ladder had been long enough. Looks pretty like a pretty big gap.
Maybe with the rope. There's some utilities there you could lasso with the rope on the wall.
Yeah, like how those people stick the pole on the ground to get over the whatever it is. You could do that right there with the ladder. Try to stick it, push yourself over.
Hey, we got a new
hanging off the wall.
We got a new guest on. Let's welcome Steve Harlow from Hawaii. How you doing, Steve?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Bro.
Aloha, I love Steve.
Yo,
hey, we're keeping it creepy tonight. We're keeping it kind of dim. I like that. So how you doing, Steve? You were on your wife's cooking channel?
Yeah, she made some Filipino food.
Nice, man.
So I had to taste test it.
I don't want to break up the creepiness too much, but we'll get back to that as soon as this video is over. But thank you for being here tonight, man. Thank you so much. And I want to say hey to Deranged Lunatic, aka DL, living in a van down by the river, no doubt. Love the Matt Foley avatar. So let's talk about this video some more. Let's see what are all these file cabinets? Where are those? Files of the people who have been in this place and died? Souls of the people who went through the back rooms and didn't make it out?
There's one thing I know about filing cabinets is ghosts love violently pulling them open and throwing files everywhere.
I've seen Ghostbusters. They love going in libraries, at least. They love going through files.
Yeah, I just mean all the poltergeist videos on YouTube. There's always a filing cabinet that gets scattered everywhere just because it looks dramatic.
This reminded me of when I was doing a moving job for certain stuff because we had to move cabinets and stuff at the Navy SEAL base over at Seal Beach and over in Norco, and it was just empty buildings like this and the freaking filing cabinets, and there's like nobody around except me and my stepdad at the time working, and it's just open building, just quiet. You can hear like every noise, all that kind of.
Fifth, I think you went into the back rooms and survived.
Yeah, it seems like
The
Yeah, it's just
graveyard.
weird. It's just a big old hangar, and then the other one was just like old buildings with asbestos, roof falling down and stuff. But it was more file cabinet of like different stuff.
Yeah,
in the
graveyards
hallway.
of public servants' forms. They just get paid to make you fill out forms, and then they just file them into nowhere.
Keep rolling with this.
Yeah, just so they have the records of stuff. Just I don't know. That's just weird.
This just reminds me of Resident Evil a little bit, you know. Pick up the steps and open a door. Or a
Yeah,
ladder.
and this is also another time he's going upstairs again too.
Oh, I'm right,
And look,
right
he's
back
back
there.
again.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd turn around.
oh, okay. Yeah, there's got to be a better way, right? Like, oh, we're right back here once again. But you're at a higher level, though. You want to ascend and not descend, right?
Yeah, but he did fall down. I guess if he falls down again,
Yeah,
screw
that
this room
creature-
anyways. This is where that,
Yeah.
that's where he got chased by that creature.
That's sort of an idea. You got to put your hands to the wall and not look at the creature when it comes, because there were handprints on the wall where that dude said, "Don't move." I'd like put my hands in those same prints and not fucking move and see what happened.
All right, let's continue. This one's
Yeah.
almost over.
Or maybe that's how the last guy died.
Exactly. Trial and error, mate. You know.
Yeah. They have no markers. They got to mark the wall somehow in a sad, dark way.
I was thinking maybe the rubber on your shoe, if you got black soled shoes, maybe you could scrape the wall with your boot.
Yeah, kick it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
once again, what if it keeps changing? What if it's not real and it's just like a Matrix thing, you know, like a simulation?
Yeah, well, to
Yeah.
know that, you'd have to mark the wall. That's
That's the most
it.
terrifying thing ever.
If you mark the wall and something was happening to your marks, then you're fucked. But you'd have
I
to
love
test
that.
it. Yeah.
I love this scene right here, this little clip where it like goes around the corner. You can see both sides of it. Watch this. Just a hair. Oh, that's a cool effect.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah.
This is real though. I like pretending it is. It's fun. Whoa, 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 no.
The hell was that?
Fatal position. Fatal position. Don't look at it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
Gross! Gross! Oh, oh
Right now
no,
is
no,
no,
don't show it again.
it's no
Don't show it
time to be coming out of the closet right now.
Tom, come out of the closet. I don't want to come out of the closet.
Another square hole. Let's jump down it. Let's slide down this bitch. Whoa! No! Let's go! We have to go. Whoa! Hell!
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh, shit.
I
Speaking of
prefer
parachutes,
this.
if you would have fucking had one.
So
That's,
do you
that's
see
what I'd
just
be yelling
happened?
on the way down. I prefer this.
Were we ever
Man, the fucking
below,
coincidences
or
in
were
this
we
shit.
above? As above, so below. Were we ever? Because as you see, when this happened, when you jump down that square, you descend back down onto Earth rather than ascend back up to the Earth. That's pretty.
Yeah, the higher you
crazy.
went, the harder he fell.
Yeah. Wow.
Who's that famous artist that does the stairs that link together and go upside down, and they're like every aspect, but they connect to each other. It both goes down and up. There's some artist that does weird stuff like that. Kind of reminds
Yeah, I
me
know
of
which
that
ones you're
concept.
talking about. Yeah. It looks like they're all going up and they're all going down.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy shit, man.
Yeah, that when you turn around and he looks back, and that thing that got me so hard. Screw that. Oh.
Yeah, that stuff. Yeah, that stuff. I like that stuff. Not many stuff scary, but when it's like that, that's why one of the movies I like is the Resident Evil ones, because a lot of that stuff happens. Even with the video games, it's really good. If it looks,
Yeah, I like
looks
Yeah, I like it
scary.
when they don't show too much and they let your imagination go wild. That's like the
It's like the Blair
Tom Clancy
Witch, you
horror
know.
or something.
I like Cloverfield. I like the Blair Witch. I like that kind of stuff. Me personally, I know it's fake, but to me, it's like it adds a bit of realism to it. That it's not CGI and crap. Sometimes it is, but definitely Cloverfield. Definitely Cloverfield. But
it's like the Blair Witch. They give you enough to form your own wild theories, but not enough to explain anything, and it lets your imagination just kind of take it to wherever it wants.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like they already know that because out of the couple of times already, they give us the ads at the certain moments where, we're really expecting something. And it's like, damn.
Yeah, that was funny. The other guys, like Bunny's like, oh, something's going to pop up in a second, and bam, there goes an ad.
Yeah. That's why it's like, man, that's why it's kind of better to pay for it, but it sucks. It's like, you got to kind of own it or some other way. Kind of ruins stuff a lot.
My buddy James is here. Hey, what's up, man? This is some creepy shit. Brother came. Well, I don't know what that means. Dude. Kill myself. Oh, kill myself. Oh, I shouldn't say that either. I'm not suicidal. I was just reading this comment. James, what's up, man? It's late night Hoff here. Yeah, we're doing the back rooms. Check out this video that kind of explains where the back rooms comes from a little bit.
Well, I just wanted to talk about like what kind of loot could we have gathered along the way besides the ladder and the rope? There was other stuff. Because you got to cross that gap by the look of it.
True.
Yeah,
that did look like it was the way out.
Because like there was tons of stuff you could have done along the way. Like even if I don't know, you rolled the dumpster up to the edge and used its weight to hold the ladder out so you could get to the end of it and do something with the rope. I don't know.
Plus that rope was there too.
Yeah.
And there was some like utilities in the hallway that you maybe could get a rope around if you could lasso it.
Yeah, I think you could grapple the creature if you were strong enough. You could grapple that creature, strangle it out, and then use it for food for a few days.
Food is
probably eat on that thing for a couple of days.
No, you got to ride it like a panther.
Yeah. Yeah, but you could have used that at least definitely for distance. So the monster can't get you. You could use a ladder to hit it. You got that big dumpster in between you. You could use a rope to do some.
Push the dumpster over to the ladder. Use the rope to swing it up, and pull yourself up to the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was thinking, even if you just had like the ladder as like something to bar the roof of the dumpster with, you could use it as a mobile bunker when that thing came. Just jump in it and bar the roof till it fucks off.
Oh yeah, just like on Assassin's Creed or something. You got to hide in a bush or like something like that.
Yeah, just use it as a mobile fortress.
You got to be resourceful in the back rooms if you want to make it out alive.
The dumpster could have been full of all sorts of good shit. You don't know. You didn't look in it.
Yeah. That's why you basically have nothing, so you have no choice but to either run or try to take that little monster head on with whatever you got or nothing. It's kind of weird. Just makes your mind think you have no choice but that. Async? What? This was before InSync. All right. To refresh my mind, I saw their whole complete collection at the swap meet. Their fucking puppet dolls and stuff. It looked cool. It literally had a whole collection. Remind me of that. But yeah, that's something random. My bad.
Oh, let's go back a second. That quick flash there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's read. Can you pause this?
Right here. Trigger chambers. Solenoid tracking chamber. Moon filter. Ooh.
Yeah. If you could go back to the other one just before that to read that one too.
Yeah. Nuance particle.
This one?
Yeah. This. Well, I want to read. I don't know what it says, but it's kind of weird too.
Start back over.
That number 23 stood out.
I think a muon's a theoretical particle.
What are those?
I don't know, but I think there's.
I think those are the batteries that fuel the backrooms. I think those are the batteries that fuel the backrooms. The power.
Could be.
Whatever they are, they're made in Japan.
Probably. They're smart as shit. I'd rather use the PlayStation than Xbox. And that's Japan compared to here.
I imagine those things charging up a giant robot.
Yeah. With all the Wi-Fi, you could charge your phone just putting it on stuff without nothing connected. So it could be something like that to move stuff around, get all that energy, whatever ways.
These are servers, I think. I don't know what the hell that is.
This is October 17, 1989.
Yeah, I'm at 89.
Allegedly. Look at the red eyes on the side. Oh. Whoa, what's in the middle? Whoa, the warping of time, space, continuum, time, space. Oh, cool.
It's that matrix mirror.
Look, the suns, stars. Oh,
What are those two things on the bottom? There's like two dudes sitting there that are like cows. The hell was that?
The lines kind of make like a triangle going down. If you had to trace it out from the end.
pretty wild.
I'd be turning that thing off well before that shit happened. As soon as I started seeing the sun coming through the door, I'd be like, no, we don't want to go there.
Yeah. That's one light you definitely don't want to go to. Especially since it was saying Jesus Christ right in there. That one didn't look very nice. Not gonna get burned.
Now look, here's the map of the Backrooms here. This is basically what it's saying.
Backrooms of Pac-Man right here, it looks like.
Yeah, Pac-Man. Backrooms. And this is like the
that was a good one.
That's the origin. As you see through that, after the madness, after the mayhem, the explosion, that portal through that door now leads to the Backrooms.
Yeah, and that reminds me of there's the Call of Duty Zombies where you go through a portal. There was the Stargate show. There was a movie called The Button where out of nowhere, that one was weird. You push the button and somebody randomly dies for $1 million. But with all that weird stuff,
I remember,
they had a teleport
I
thing. They had like some teleport thing in there, like looked like water, something kind of like how that mirror looked, which again, like the Matrix mirror. A lot of stuff there must be something really like that, or just that idea is really that good for millions of dollars and people in Hollywood to use it, let alone like, well, how it's going right here.
Well, I think the portal story's been around cross-culturally forever. There's always a story about someone in their normal everyday life and they come across a doorway to the fantastic and they learn some lesson about their life they didn't know, and then the doorway disappears and it goes to the next person that needs it. It's the portal in the mirror, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Alice down the rabbit hole through the looking glass, Peter Pan and Neverland, third star to the right, or whatever it is.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
Yeah. That's like,
people think it's mirror. It's magic.
That's why it's just like many people know exactly the meaning or where that started from, but they're not saying it. It's almost like we got to figure out the right question to ask, or pay the right amount, or find the right teacher or something. Because so many people are using this stuff, and it's coming from somewhere. Like there has to be a good meaning. Either it's legit, something happened, or it's just an idea. And it's again.
And I think it's just a metaphor for adults getting stuck in their ways, you know, and you lose the imagination of your childhood. I don't know, and sometimes you just need to remember to, you know, have a look behind that book and give it a pull just for fun and see if it opens something, you know.
Talking about Playboys?
Give it a pull. Open that book. I see.
No, I know what you mean, man. I'm sorry. That was a very poignant statement. That's actually a very, very poignant statement. I agree with you 100% for sure. That's a real good point. Sometimes you do get caught up in the world, and sometimes, you know, the world can steer you the wrong way in every way. There's no real right way. There's no real right. There's winds blowing every direction. You know what I mean? There's no real right way to go. You just have to be yourself and do what you feel is right, and that's the way the world should go, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't be mean to other people. That's all I ask.
Be excellent to each other, dudes.
Exactly.
Those are the wise words of Rufus.
George Carlin. It's a big club. You're not in it.
If you look at the president, if you don't want to be mean to him, then it's like, I guess, fuck it. But that's why it's certain stuff. But the one thing before I forget is like another example of like how the light or the certain the waving of that mirror looking with the door is like the firmament. It could be another way, like space. It's like when you go from here to a rocket, you're trying to go to space, there's those waters above. Maybe that's another example of them showing it right here, that you're going from one way to another. It's just another example of doorway, the way it looked. If you
in ancient Europe, the surface of the water, and I think in Mesoamerican cultures, were seen as portals. And it's like the Lady of the Lake bringing Arthur's sword from out of the waters. It was like from another world or the underworld or something.
Yeah, it could be, because even in Star Wars has something similar. You went underwater, but they had their whole little Jar Jar Binks stuff down there.
Totally. Yeah, like water's represented portals in a lot of cultures, I think.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. I wish I knew exactly where all that stuff already started from and all that. Unless it's already out there and it's just hidden.
Yeah, I just thought your liquid description of the firmament reminded me of water portals.
Mm-hmm.
So let's continue with this video and let's see a little bit more. This one's almost over.
All right.
You know what I'll throw down that hallway? A hot dog.
You may have
heard shit, Ben Shapiro.
Disney LGBT agenda tape.
Oh no! Now we know what your YouTube preferences are by your ads.
Oh, you do? Yeah, I think
you need to be cancelled now. Oh no!
I never would have thought Ben Shapiro would be at the end of the hallway.
That was it.
Oh fuck!
Seek and you shall find.
That is the salvation. When you see Ben Shapiro, you know you're heading the right way. All right.
That's when you know you made it.
I'm just kidding. Actually, I don't love Ben Shapiro. He makes some good points, but yeah. That is part of my I like. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that stuff. Let's keep on schedule here.
It's just so random
politics.
So more Backrooms found footage. So now we're going through a snowy wilderness.
Hello.
Oh, he's got a phone call.
Yo, what's good? Yeah. No, I got you on headset right now.
It's on the hands free.
What's good? Nah. On Reddit?
Reddit sucks. If you're on Reddit, you're a piece of shit.
No, what's that? Nah, dude, I'm on a walk right now. Yeah.
Let's fast forward, man.
Get home.
There we go.
Okay, man. Okay.
Oh no! And here we are, once again.
Same room.
Fallen.
Fuck.
Descending into madness.
He's glitched through the map, man. He's been playing too much Warcraft.
Where the fuck am I?
I'd laugh if we come across the Skyrim graveyard and there's just all these dead NPCs standing there and their idle animations.
I don't like this hallway. This creeps me out like so bad. This is such a weird thing to me. I don't like this. Maybe that's why I love it, is because it weirds me out so much. It makes me think. Matt Brooks says that fucking yellow paint. That's the torture of it.
Did anyone notice the exit sign was red?
Tina, she says, stop into giving you a like before I do my thing. Yeah, Pete is going live tonight. I don't mean to step on any toes or nothing like that. Definitely watch Pete tonight when he's on for sure. And thank you, Tina, for being here. Love you, Tina.
Did anyone notice the exit sign was red, not green?
Let's go. What do you mean? Wait,
yeah, just back a second ago, the exit sign had red letters, and it wasn't green. It was a red. Yeah. Just before he turns around, second before this.
Yeah, before this.
Yeah, second before this. Yeah, more. When he's first coming down, and you look. Yeah, see.
That's the way exit signs are in America. They're red, not green.
I thought all exit signs were green.
No, they're red in America, bro. I've seen green ones, but they're red in America, man.
I've only seen red ones. Oh, that.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, yeah, well, fair enough.
And now I want to see a blue one. People hate on blue.
Blue's my favorite color. Actually, I've kind of migrated to purple, but it's weird that purple was just on my light as soon as I said that. But anyways,
purple's good.
Yeah. In all fairness, yeah, exit seems like you'd rather have a green than a red. That way, you know to go that way rather than to stop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Green means go.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, all our exits are green, and like if it's a blocked something, they have like red, no through or something, you know. So if there's a fire, you just run
red
green.
Bad, like it hurt you.
Let's say hey everyone to MSG Maurice Span Gaming. Welcome here to Hoffcast, the Backrooms tonight. We're having a good time talking about the simulation theory of the world. What would happen if you did certain things in the world, and what would be the consequences? This has been some of the funnest conversation ever. I want to keep going. I want to keep going with this. So the exit sign, yeah, definitely. You'd rather have a green, exit sign. For sure. It's
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't realize American standards were different.
It is, yeah. And here in America, they're all red like that. The confines of this. Oh.
And then because he turns around, the hallway looks green. I'm thinking the
whoa,
and the hallway's green. I'm like,
wow.
I'd turn around there. I'd be like, nah, something's wrong.
Wow, good point. Oh man, let me tell you what, Sapphire Elf, you would survive the back rooms, no doubt. You would definitely. I wouldn't. I would just fetal position like I've been talking all night. I'd be like, hey, someone, please come save me. You would survive this shit, no doubt.
Do I get to keep my rope and my ladder, and do I still have my bin?
You're resourceful.
Yeah.
No, I don't like these staircases right here. Or I'd like to grind them in a Tony Hawk game. One or the other.
I've been down many staircases like that. They're creepy when no one's around.
No, look
not
at that
like that.
darkness under the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's where all the good loot is in DayZ. You get an AK there.
There's no way out there. This
Remind me
the
of
end.
two things.
Oh, there's the door. Oh,
I didn't even see that at first.
I got worried.
Help me? What does that say? Help me.
Let's try to rewind it.
Kill me? Help me?
Hear me?
Please.
Help me, please.
Yeah.
Help me, please. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, those staircases reminded me of the around the corner where my uncle used to work. Well, a lot of our families over at the Sherman Indian High School over here, and he would babysit me at night. And when I'd be there, I just remember one of the times they told me go downstairs, and it was stairs like that, and it just went to like a laundry room to where there's something. It was just dark. It was kind of this type of color, and it was just nobody else except for me and him, and then everyone else was asleep because he was one of the people who watched over the kids that slept over at the school. And it was just weird because just going down there and out of nowhere, either loud noise or him or somebody making a lot of noise to scare me. And it worked. I never wanted to go back down there again because that shit was scary.
No. It's like Macaulay Culkin going down in the furnace room in the basement.
Yeah, it was like that, yeah. It was like that. It was just fucking scary. Nothing else is quiet. You can hear every sound that you make. It's so fucking scary.
It's like this, like echoing in an empty parking garage. Boom, 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 boom.
Plus, once you're in a
also
situation like that, your mind always plays tricks on you too, which makes the scary part even more scary.
MSG says keep the backrooms and never go into them. Well, what I was showing tonight is sometimes you just fall into the glitch of the matrix that we live in. Sometimes you don't have a choice. You're just walking and you just fall in. You know, you don't have a choice. You don't agree to go into the backrooms.
Yeah, and it is scary. Like one thing that would be, what if it is something like good and positive? Out of nowhere, it's fucking Santa Claus making all that noise, just trying to come and give you a present.
You know what you have to do to glitch out of the wall back into the real world? You just got to believe and run at it really hard.
Yeah, it's either you're gonna die, die running or die trying.
Bro, this hallway right here, man. Oh, that gives me extreme anxiety. Yeah, let's keep rolling because we can't stay here.
These long hallways, I already decided I'm not gonna run as much. I need some energy to try to fight. It's too
and
much.
see like the green light again.
Plus a hallway that long with no doors on either side or windows or nothing. What the hell?
Oh, that is scary. What the?
Yeah, hallway that long with no doors or nothing on either side is what?
Oh, there's more loot. There's a witch's hat there. I'll be taking that with me. I'd wear it on my head.
+5 witchery. I gotta pause this ad. I get away from that ad.
It'd give me +10 to visibility. I'd walk around with a witch's hat carrying on my head like a wizard.
I like the black on the you know the board base better than nothing.
Yeah, the base molding.
Now he's touching the wall.
So you just got to run at it really hard, dude. Glitch through.
Yeah, that might
It's
work.
like no ventilation in there, so it's so moldy and smelly. Yeah. My favorite porno.
I'll be memorizing that tile pattern that was on the roof. That's going to come important.
Oh, this is Asian a little bit. Asian bathhouse.
Always
When
a
you
messed
go
up
down.
fucking toilet somewhere, or urinal, basically somewhere.
And see,
Try
I
the
didn't
Super
like
Mario technique.
And you notice this the urinal is messed up in the middle, and the
Yeah.
sink in the middle is also messed up.
Yeah, let's look at that. Let's go back. Yes.
I'd be ripping
There's
those
that
covers
one.
off for sure.
And then also, if you look at the toilet seat up here that's up, it looks like devil horns. Like the rabbit, like go down the rabbit hole. There's rabbit ears, and there's the rabbit hole in that toilet. Ew.
It's a Donnie Darko.
Usual
Donnie
toilet.
Darko. Yeah.
Donnie Darko.
And there's the middle. There's the middle one
Darko.
covered up.
I gotta look him up. What is Donnie Darko? It's a dope song I heard from
movie.
a guy.
Oh, that's a great movie. That's an awesome movie.
I didn't really like it. It was a bit weird. I didn't get it.
Well, that's why I think it was awesome, because it was like, yeah, it's so far out there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like maybe 2 or 3 to kind of get it.
Just that mask creeps me out. I can't watch it that much. You know, yeah. I did it once and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Oh.
Well, there's more loot. There's a mop and a bucket.
Yeah.
Taking that with me.
Yeah, you'd love to stab some creature in the eye with that. Eat on them for days.
If the mop's nice and dry, I can use it as a flaming torch for a
the
second.
ladder. What about the ladder up? What about that?
There
The
was
elevator?
that ladder, yep.
I would take the ladder up rather than the elevator.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
plus
scared to death of elevators.
the
I'm
elevator,
terrified.
I mean, you could go up 20 stories and it only feels like you went up one. So you don't know how far up or down you're going.
Exactly. You don't know.
There's no way to tell. Look at that trolley there.
Oh, the buffer.
I like the look of
the
that
buffer.
trolley.
You know. It'd be hard to take the buffer with. Oh, the dolly, not the. Okay.
Yeah,
Call them a dolly.
Yeah,
here.
the dolly. Or
we also
trolley.
have red exit signs here. A little bit of cultural difference, but I know what you're saying. The dolly would definitely be a great thing, but it'd be hard to carry around.
Is that a microwave on the desk there? Is that a microwave in the corner there as well on the desk?
Right there? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I see what you're talking about. I see this one right here.
It's Biden's laptop.
Yeah, it looks like a microwave.
But I would take that ladder up. I would have taken that before what we're going to see here.
And it could be an assault microwave if you use it correctly.
An assault microwave.
Oh no, crap! Hearing that, that's my example. Is like, what if you took the door off of it and turned it on? That's what it is.
I was just thinking, throw the glass tray at them. Those things are dense as hell.
See, look, there goes that assault microwave right there.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I've done so much work in high rises, and I get on the elevator for like 7 seconds, and I'm at the like 32nd floor. So it's like you don't know, you know. But then there's some elevators where it moves so slow sometimes, where it's like it takes you 7 seconds to get one floor.
Yeah.
Look, this one's not working.
That's always
And
gotten me
there's
from the country.
elevators that make you feel like it's about to fall with all the shaking and noise. And it's
Yeah, I've been on elevators where when you're going down, it feels like you're on the moon. But I'm from the country, so I'm used to.
They're right back.
I don't know what an elevator feels like.
Oh yes, those moon filling elevators. Yes, it's like you're on a ride.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're right back to where we were. The elevator didn't work.
Did he just go up to the same thing? I wasn't sure if you actually like hit back on your video real quick or if you went up.
No, that was it. I see.
Yeah, you should use the buffer to mark your trail, and you buff yourself a path where you've been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just making shit up.
That's why it says there's got to be some way to get out, but of course, when you're in that back room stuff, there's no way. And so, that was the Blair Witch. That reminded me of it, kind of in a way, because you're in the forest, you're in the woods, out of nowhere, you can't get anywhere. You just keep going and going until out of nowhere you're at this house, and that's the only place you have left to go. All the other stuff didn't work.
Yeah, apparently the cast and crew were just like pranking the fuck out of those people the whole time, and they just left them out there while they were filming, and they were actually like really jacked up when they were filming it.
I didn't know that. I thought it was already planned from the whole thing. Like, actually,
well, they knew they were filming a movie. It's a movie, but they just kept like making weird noises in the fucking dark to wake them up, so they never got like a good sleep, and they had to like do the actual camp and shit.
Well, that's got them to a point where their mind was playing tricks on them.
Yeah, it's probably more hype about the movie. I think. Yeah,
it's like, you guys are paid to, record what's going on, but other people are paid to try to either make it fake or do something to scare you.
Yeah. It's like,
that's why some shows I don't like watching no more. It's too fake when I thought it was real, or they try to make it seem like it's real, and that's why I don't really like a lot of stuff.
And even then, you don't know if they're saying that for publicity after the fact too. So.
Yeah. What the hell is that? A big fidget spinner as a building?
So I'm super into this like urban exploration shit, and this is in Cincinnati right here. This is a Cincinnati one. I think this is so fascinating that these places that have been built have been abandoned, even in our modern times, these places have been built and abandoned, and people explore them, and it's like it's almost like the pyramids to an extent.
That's what I would love to do.
It's not the same thing, obviously, but
you
urban exploration, like this is some cool shit. Like this,
you need a Ninja Turtle layer or like V for Vendetta layer down there in the subway or something.
Like this place, dude, there's so much money spent on these places, and they used to be thriving with people. There were so many relationships made here, like memories and everything and experiences, and now they're abandoned. And these places, there was so much money put into them. Now they're gone, and they still exist. They still stand, but there's nothing there. That creepiness to me is, I don't know. It's so weird. It's such a weird thing for me to think about. I love it. It gives me like a weird vibe, like that I've had nostalgically for a long time. Weird because I went to malls when I was young, you know. But yeah.
No, there's an old building in Detroit on Michigan Avenue. It's the Conrail building. It's where my grandpa, when he came over on the boat from Poland, worked at his whole life and raised my dad and my uncle, and it's been vacant and abandoned. There's so many videos on it. It's really cool. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just the emptiness of something that used to be thriving that still stands, you know, like the Colosseums or pyramids or like the history of something that happened when we moved on from it. Why? Look at this video. There's so much technology and money and funds spent to create all of this, and it's all gone now. And I live literally like right across the street from one of these things, like a huge abandoned mall, and I'd love to explore it sometime. And I'm afraid to go in there because I'm afraid there's gonna be some crazy homeless people in there. I have to go in during the day with my peace.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
You're just gonna take cigars with you. Yeah. Just hand out some cigars and you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I'll take a pack of cigs in there, some Marlboros for sure.
Yeah,
I'll be all right.
But I've seen, there's more than that.
But even if there's not homeless people, it should be spooky as hell. Being in a big place like that, all them empty rooms and the darkness.
There's literally a place like right down the street from me that I've been thinking about doing this sort of thing for a while now, and I'm just kind of scared to. I need to find the right day, and I don't want to get attacked by. You ever seen Chernobyl Diaries? I don't want zombies in there coming at me or anything like that.
Well, I'm coming wherever you're at for my next vacation because I want to go on that. I want to do that.
Yeah, man, Columbus, Ohio. But this isn't it. This is not the place. The place I'm talking about, I've never been in.
That name already should be haunting everything.
You seen the Dawn of the Dead remake?
Columbus, great place.
I used to live in Lima for like a year.
Lima, okay.
Or no, not Lima. I'm sorry, Findlay. But my dad worked in Lima.
North, I think.
Yeah, it's closer to Michigan.
I knew this. My buddy James, I knew he would want to do this. He says, Hoff, I'm down to go win it, whatever you want. James is a personal friend of mine. I see him many days in my life. He's a great fella, lovely fella, and I knew he would want to do this. So I'm glad you're watching this, James, because let's do it, bro. And we'll
dude, when I go back to visit my family in Michigan, I'll drive down to Columbus for sure.
Fuck yeah, dude. Get a hold of me, man. My contact information is all over for sure. You know how to get a hold of me.
We'll go I'll definitely go on that.
James, I want to say to James, it's the same place where they do that gun show every month. Except they mark off that one part of it, but you can't get to the other acre of it or whatever it is.
It reminds me of Dawn of the Dead, because even the old one and the new remake, the whole premise of it is that they hold up in a mall. It's just got everything you need.
Yeah, James, I'm talking about the Westland. That's what I'm talking about. If you're still watching, I'm talking about the Westland Mall. That's what I want to explore. But yeah, man, oh my gosh. This would be the craziest shit ever. It'd be terrifying as well, That's why I'm taking my piece. I got my CCW, But I think it's also illegal to do that now in Ohio without the license. But
this one's obviously built with skylights in it naturally, but imagine if it didn't have all these skylightings and you're in an overcovered mall. It'd be like a cave. It'd be creepy without power.
We'll watch some creepier ones. Let me find some more creepy ones. We'll do some creepy ones for sure.
That's what I mean. Like all inside the shop, it's just pitch black. Like it's only because there's a bit of natural lighting in the main lobby that, you know, if that didn't have that natural lighting like the old ones, fucking hell, that'd be creepy.
Oh yeah, it would. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to see 5 feet in front of you.
I like this one here. This is an ad. We'll get another one up. Thank you, fellas, for being here, and I'm having a great time. I'm having a really good time. This is one of the funnest times I've had, and I didn't know if anyone would show up, but thank you so much. Matt Brooks said Blair Witch Project was a terrible movie. It's not a good movie, but for me, like if you get into it, you can make it happen. It's fun to.
It's more.
I'd rather use my imagination than see a CGI piece of shit that turns me off. You know, that's the only thing I'm saying about Blair Witch.
Yeah, well, I think it was the idea of it at the time too. It was like the first big found footage style, and they had all the internet creepypasta sleuth trails that you go down on websites long before it came out and stuff. Yeah, it was like one of those first. Yeah, there's a word for it. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good, man. I'm sorry to cut you off, dude. I'm just gonna say, we're gonna do this. Me and James are gonna go into the Westland Mall, and we're going to urban explore this soon, my brother. We're gonna do it, man, and we'll set this up. We're gonna record it. It's gonna be good. We need a GoPro. I don't have one, but yeah, this shit is scary. This shit's kind of scary about the way, like literally, like I drive by this place every day. It's a huge mall. No one goes in it, and there's tons of these around the world right now.
Do you remember it when it was open?
What's up?
Do you remember it when it was open?
No, I moved here like just a few years ago, so it wasn't open then.
So how long's it been closed?
I don't know, because I moved here like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's been closed the whole time.
So possibly like a decade or something. You know?
Yeah.
You know?
Let me see if
I'm just not being touched or nothing. That's weird.
I'm just thinking like old phones and all sorts of that. Like if it's 10, 15 years old, just walking around in there, it's like a time machine. The old CRT monitors on all the cash registers, all the, you know, not all this flat screen stuff. It'll just be interesting.
Bro, the Backrooms are probably in this place.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, though. It's like, yeah, it's just weird because this hasn't been touched the whole time it's been vacant, but it's also like a time machine because why hasn't it been touched?
I found it.
That reminds me of like the old amusement parks of where they, if it's Chernobyl or whatever, that stuff went off. Like that stuff would be cool to visit. It's old abandoned amusement park. Another one over here by, not that far away from me is Long Beach, which is they have the Queen Mary with the stuff that said haunted about that. It's been closed down because of not making enough money and stuff.
Yeah, there was like the old animal jungle.
At night, see whatever scary stuff went on. No,
in Disneyland, it's that big. They've got islands that used to be old rides, and people find ways to bloody sneak onto them and stuff. And this stuff's been sitting there since like the 80s and stuff.
Yeah, hey, you ever watch Mr. Ballin'?
Be cool to
say hey to Raven's Outpost.
That dude talks about the Disney thing. Yep.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
The island of the bats. Now just bats are everywhere on it.
Yeah, he's got crabs in there.
And there's crabs, like islands of all those. Like, how is that happening? Why is nobody living there? James, I live where the crabs are. They're pretty good.
In New Zealand, there's a big migration of these red crabs, and they're called Christmas crabs because they happen midsummer, and they're really bright coloured. These red crabs in New Zealand. Look up Christmas crab migration or something. I don't know if it's New Zealand or it's like Lord Howe Island or something. It's some Aussie island with red crabs. It's crazy.
Yeah, that stuff's nice. I wouldn't mind it. You crab all the time.
So the mall that me
Dublin?
and James are going to urban explore is
Oh,
this
this
one
is-
here, the Westland Mall. Video of the abandoned Westland Mall will bring back a lot of feelings. Growing up on the west side of Columbus, yeah, that's where I am. I was no stranger to the Westland Mall. I got my ears pierced there the first time. I was an irresponsible child. I celebrated birthday or two at Chi-Chi's, a Mexican restaurant. The mall originally opened in February 1969. Wow, okay.
Oh,
An open air shopping center and featured the first
What was the
suburban
name again?
Westland Mall. It's like literally just right around the corner from me. Like I could walk to it right now.
Yeah, it was just kind of weird because you mentioned Chi-Chi's and then 1969. So I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. 69
Big
my bad.
TTs. Oh,
I watched and I listen to a lot of music to come up with a lot of words.
Been watching too much Dragon Ball. That's Goku's wife as well, Chi-Chi.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Just straight out there.
It says this open air shopping center featured the first suburban operation for the Lazarus chain. Lazarus was like Macy's back in the day. I don't know if people remember Lazarus. It was like JCPenney, Macy's kind of thing, and they went out of biz. And in the late 70s, the mall was even home to the groundbreaking teenage variety show America Goes Bananas. On QUBE, the predecessor to Nickelodeon. Wow, we're learning things tonight, huh? By the late 1990s, most of the stores that had drawn crowds had left Westland Mall. Some headed to the Tuttle Mall in Dublin, which opened in 1997. That's a good mall. It's a decent mall. I go there every now and then when I have money. Now the mall is a shadow of what it used to be. YouTube channel Chronicles of, I can't pronounce that word. We're going to look it up, though, so we can see part of it. Or we're just going to watch this video, explored it. So in April 2019, let's see what the Westland Mall looks like. And me and James are going to explore it as well. So let's see what they got.
Already, this shit looks cool, but this shit sucks. This shit's dumb.
Oh, fucking ads. The lockers splitting the walls. Oh,
remember those lockers at the skating rink?
Oh yeah, or the
push a quarter in.
This is kind of creepy.
You know, that's weird too. You say skating ring. I was just went to the store where they turned it into a hardware store, half of it, but it used to be a skating ring where we all used to go, or a lot of people around the city go to the skating ring. And freaking now it's half of it closed down, the other half is auto or regular parts store.
Yeah, I used to love that
stuff.
shit.
There's a Sears too. The what?
I used to love that shit when I was young, going to the skating rink.
Yeah.
Do the all night ones.
Oh yeah, man.
It's fun, man.
That circular counter.
Lasers before.
Yes, that's.
Oh, I haven't done laser tag. What?
Yeah, laser tag's fun. I haven't done it as much. That's why I'd rather do like airsoft and stuff more now.
In Australia, all we ever had was laser tag because they're all weird about things that shoot stuff now. Even like the new Nerf with the round foam, they're a bit weird on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I know.
That's why I do stuff here at this mall or wherever. This should be dope.
Because legally, if it shoots some kind of pellet, it's too close to like someone could dodge you up a home firearm with like a Coke bottle and a butterfly valve and just overpressure the hell out of it and launch an arrow.
I'd throw some snowballs in here, you know. I'd throw some snowballs. It's never warm.
Like on our list of like prohibited weapons, I don't know why I'm going into this, but it's like someone in the 80s had a great fear of ninjas because it's like those ninja claws. They used to climb walls in the movies. They're illegal. They've got a specific law that says like hand thingamajig, palm, cat claw, ninja weapons are illegal. It's like, what?
Wow, that's probably why they put it in the movie. Because I've seen movies do that stuff. They're probably just making fun of that.
It's like someone in the 80s just watched too many ninja movies and made up all these laws. It's so dumb.
I mean, it kind of is smart though. Like one way to get up if your building's all glass.
But who's going to attack someone with a pair of nunchucks? You're better off using a stick.
Yeah, it's like pick your Ninja Turtle.
Speak softly and carry a big stick.
Yeah.
You want the stick, you want the nunchucks, you want the little handheld knives, or you want the actual sword.
Bro, James, I want to go to this place. If you're still watching, James, I want to go here.
So is that the one by your actual like house?
And yeah, I could walk.
Not house,
I could
but,
walk
like,
to this.
by-
I could walk to this place like in like probably about 15 minutes. Yeah, I could walk here.
That does look a bit sketch, though. You do.
I know. I have to go in the day, not at night.
Yeah.
Not at night. No way.
Yeah, that looks a bit
There'll be
sketch.
so many homeless people living in there.
Have similar stuff like this in that game way back in number 2 or no number 1.
But even if someone does get the shit to be in there, like a security or something, just the fact that you filmed yourself going in, you got it all on camera, you haven't walked around and broken anything. It's all on film. You were just trespassing, you know. You haven't done any of this graffiti. You're just there looking for your YouTubes. And you're like, yeah, I got a channel. They're like, yeah, no worries. I like those
Technically,
videos.
you are trespassing. Come to find out, you don't even have to be the owner to call. It just could be anybody, and the cops could come. You don't even have to talk to the owner to see if it's okay
You
or
don't give a
not.
shit about these places, man. You think there's really people wasting their time in here? There's not enough cops wasting their time taking care of real crimes. Alone, like if there's a person in here being a security guard in here, you know, you could just easily outrun them because they're probably
You're not even vandalizing the property, though. But you haven't vandalized anything. All you've done is walked around and filmed, and you get it all on camera. If they want to do something about it, they're going to look at your footage and go, "Oh, he hasn't vandalized anything. He just walked in there."
Yeah, as long as you're not in there burning, you know, doing arson, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Well, they don't want. No one
I'm more
wants
worried
to
about the
go around
homeless
and-
people than the security. It's seriously
Right.
way more worried about the homeless people than the security people there.
Yeah, I just would look at it more like, how much damage you're doing, if anything, and are you doing stuff for fun, or are you just trying to do things to fuck around and make fucking, you know, make things worse in a way.
Well, that's what I mean.
You know, I'll do my drugs before I go in there.
That's why a lot of people be skating, messing up places where you sit, where you put your hand on rails. But that's why it's like, man, that's why if I were to create a skate park, make it look like the actual buildings or certain stuff they like to skate, but have it be like that.
Like just that scene just then, you know, they don't want people running around throwing bricks through windows, regardless who owns it, you know. But if you're just filming it,
Well, see, you mentioned break through windows. I just rented a U-Haul the other day or last weekend, and as soon as I rented it, everything's good. I went in to buy some boxes or whatever it was, and the next day or whatever, within the time after, somebody broke the window and they had somebody replace it. And so I was like, man, this is freaking windows being broken, and it wasn't an abandoned place. Somebody used the business. That's why there's a Sears that's abandoned, and in San Bernardino, there's
We're doing it.
They
James.
took
By
down
the
the
way, Sears
letters,
was the
but
worst
it's
job I ever had. Fuck Sears. I would burn that place down.
Yeah, Sears. Yes, the way Sears tried to sell stuff to my aunt was weird and messed up. But
yeah, Sears is was the devil. That's why I went out of business. I worked for him for 8 months.
yeah, I knew they were going out of business.
They wanted you to do a $300 protection plan on a $600 TV, and then whenever the TV went out, they would not cover it. Oh, thieves! That's why they went out of business. Fuck Sears. Fuck Sears. Go to hell, Sears. Burn in hell.
That's how all warranty works. That's how. That's why I won't work for warranty companies.
Third party.
There's a reason why they set the warranties the way it is.
I wouldn't sell it. That's why I got fired. I wouldn't sell it to people because I knew it was a sham, and I had more in my heart. I was like, I know this is a scam. I'm not selling this shit to people.
Well, look at the ads when something happens.
This ain't gonna cover your shit.
Generally, consumer protection.
Liability
12 months from the manufacturer. You know, contact the manufacturer. I remember before Samsung made smartphones, I had a broken monitor sitting around for a couple of years, And my brother just rang up some hotline and they delivered a new monitor and didn't even want the old one back. It's like, what?
Yeah. That's why there's a difference in quality over quantity and the way the stuff is. Just like with the ads, they know exactly what part of the show or whatever you're watching that's going to be good. There's an ad. Well, it's just with the stuff that they sell or about anybody, they know exactly when stuff is going to break and they're going to put a warranty. So it's either going to break then. If not, they're not going to lose out. But it makes you feel good that you have a warranty.
That's a really good point.
Engineering in high school, and it's called inbuilt redundancy. They could make a washing machine gearbox out of aluminium. They use nylon just so it'll wear out in 10 to 15 years. And it's just this one main cog that's made of nylon. All the rest of it's metal. But they could make that cog out of metal, but they use nylon so it wears out. And it's like your fridges. That drip pipe at the back that gets clogged, the upgrade kit, the serviceman comes around and it's just a larger gauge bit of tubing he puts on it. That's it.
I didn't know that. That's what my aunt was. That was one of the things we talked about. Because that thing was either clogged or plugged up on ours with a little water. But yeah, that's why it was certain stuff. Yeah, and not really built to really last that long. I mean, you could spend more or whatever for stuff.
If I go in that mall, I'm going in each individual store that doesn't have a cage, closing
Look at this darkness that goes in the arcade. The arcade should be lit up. Oh, it's darkness. You can't even see that thing. Oh my gosh.
But that's where I'm going in. If I go,
look at the wire, the wire hanging from it.
If I were to go at night, I need night vision goggles. That would be something.
Yeah.
So, or at least those heat vision. So you could.
I'd be dragging every Mortal Kombat console out of there.
I would need that because I went to one with a group of friends back in the day, and we went to an abandoned insane asylum, and that shit was weird. It looked like somebody was there to mess with it, and they put like it was fake blood. It looked like, but it was in like a tub that they had there, and then downstairs they still had the like tables that you could you're supposed to lay on, and it was like a small little one in the middle of nowhere, and it was actually in Hammock, California. And a couple years later, they end up redoing the stuff. But out of all the weird things, we end up hearing a noise that came out of one of the rooms as we're walking. And me and somebody else end up walking up, and we just heard the noise, but it was just I don't know. It was just creepy. Somebody made a noise, but there's nobody in front of us because we chose to be the ones that go in front of the rest of the group, and they were just behind us. And
I could not do an insane asylum, that's for sure.
I've been to one. I've been to Lakin one. I did it because there's this girl that I had a crush on in high school, and she asked me to go to a mental asylum that was abandoned with her one night, and I said, yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, man.
Because I kind of liked the girl, So I decided to go, and I rode with them, and they drove, and we went there, and this was literally probably 20 years ago. Look up Lakin, West Virginia, Lakin, Lakin facility, and we in there. There's all this graffiti on the walls, like pentagrams and all this shit. There was literally a freaking hospital freaking. Like one of those metal hospital operating tables and scalpels and shit all over it. And this place has since been torn down. Scariest place that I've ever been in my life. But guess what? I was trying to get some poon, so I manned up and my balls were big that night. And I went, I didn't play the puss at all. So it was creepy.
It's either get puss or die trying. Okay.
My neck. Oh, that's so good. Get puss or die trying. That's the story of my life, no doubt. Oh.
Yeah, that's why it's so scary. You see the scary movies sometimes, or at least a lot of the times, people are getting it on. Then either we got to stop or we're gonna die while we're doing it. It's like, come on now, it fucking sucks. At least they die going.
If I'm gonna go out, I might as well go out with a bang.
Who is going out, Steve? You going out, Steve?
if you're gonna go out having sex, you might as well go out with a bang.
I'm gonna be on for a little bit longer. I'm not going out yet.
Oh no, it's being like
I might be on
joking
another
metaphor.
Oh
nah, yeah.
Or whatever it is. I'm not that smart, but I know it was.
Yeah, no, yeah, metaphor.
Yeah, we still going, Hoff. Unless you're ready to go.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's only 8 o'clock at night here. I got all night.
It's only 2 a.m. here, and I got my day off tomorrow. So let's roll, ladies and gentlemen.
11 a.m. here too. That's how.
Oh, let's roll.
11 a.m.
Let's keep rolling. Limp Biscuit reference.
And I've been surprised by a guy we've been watching on YouTube.
Keep them doggies rolling, roll high. Yeah,
Roll hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is some weird stuff here. Oh,
Speaking of rolling, that one rolled too hard. Dang. You see that? That was like an electric scooter. They fucking tipped.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back, Fifth.
That's why out of all the weird shit talking about rolling, they rolled too hard on that one. What? They fucking already tipped over and everything. Disappeared.
Do you guys know that I have a friend? Hold on a second. Before we get to this, do you guys know I have a friend who doesn't know how a mop bucket works? That's true.
Depends. If you have the regular stuff to squeeze
I have a friend that
mop
doesn't
on
know
it.
how a mop bucket works, and that's the world we live in nowadays, and that's just the way it is. I saw the mop bucket there.
Yeah.
But I have a friend who doesn't know how one works, and that's where we live.
I've got an equally good story. Me and my friend were talking about cooking once, and his like city friends are there, and they're like, "You have to peel a potato," and I'm like, "What? How do you think?"
Pause it right there. There's that wheelchair right there.
There you go. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah,
Seth. My bad. I was just
just someone that didn't know you had to peel a potato. They thought potato grew like beans on a vine, and they were just chips.
Oh no!
How do you make mashed potato?
Well,
I got mash up some chips.
Oh no!
Well, I eat potatoes without the peel. I cook them that way, or however. But I mean, depends on how it is. The peel doesn't taste as good.
They hadn't seen a whole. Yes, we can hear you, Steve. Yeah, mine wigged out too. Mine wigged out too. But yeah, they just didn't know what a whole potato looks like. They didn't know what one with the skin on looks like to start with. Okay. You know, yeah, that was just the point. And Hoff was saying, this is the world we live in. Didn't know how a mop bucket bloody works.
Yeah, that's why the other one.
Can you hear me, Hoff?
A2 was the kind of world we live in when
I hear you
know how to change a tire.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying.
It's like
I just paid my bill the other day. It can't be me.
No, you're good, bro. I can hear you.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, mine wigged out too. You know.
Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm gonna take a quick, like 3 to 5 minute break. I'm gonna let you guys take over the Hoffcast. For a few minutes while I refill and take a quick bathroom break and whatnot and refresh, and I'll be back stronger than ever. All right. So you guys take over. You all.
All right. If you want, you could play the video. Press play.
Yeah, I can tell a Yowie story.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, one of my friends moved up to. Did you guys hear the story of old Fire Hands from last stream?
Fire Hands?
Yeah, there's old Fire Hands, and it's this Yowie that lives at our local dump. And that's a different story, but one of my mates moved up near there, and it was a couple of years after high school, and he had a single mum, and she did shift work at the hospital. And one night, he's just rung me, and like on the landline phones back in, like, I don't know, probably 2002-ish, you know, when people had normal phones.
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh, put your mum on." And I'm like, "Why?" And it's like, "I just want to talk to your mum." And mum's just gone, yep, okay. Hung up the phone, said, "We're going to go pick up your mate." And so we drove into his driveway, and he already had his bag packed, and he's looking through the window at the door, and he runs and jumps in the back of our car. and as the lights are turning around, and we're doing a Yui in his car park, and we're peeling out of there. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I swear I saw some dark shadow move. You know, not just the movement of the headlights. It was like that parallax scrolling, and its shadow was different from the tree. So whatever it was, it looked black in the headlights.
Yeah.
It didn't have that movement that all the other shadows did. Like the shadows turned across this thing, and it was just a still block of darkness.
Yeah, that's why it's weird, because there's stuff that shows stuff similar to what you're saying, where your shadow ends up being your own thing or its own thing, and then like in the movie Ghost, to where when you died, depending on how you were, the shadows would come and get you out of nowhere. It just looked regular shadows in the light, but out of nowhere they just seem like people, and they just come and grab you. That's why stuff like that.
I was thinking more like a dark creature that, you know, like instead of being, it looked like a tree shadow, but as the car moved and the headlights went across it, the shadow didn't pan with everything else.
Yeah, that's why some too. Again,
And
like me and my daughter were just watching Death Note, where it's like a shadow that's following a person and doing stuff, because it's like a demon in a way. It's just he has this book, he could write in it, and whatever name he puts in there, if he sees their face in his mind.
I know it. Yeah.
So you got this little
live action any
devil
good,
shadow just going around doing its thing that nobody could see.
Well, anyways, it took me like months to get the story out of my friend, and it turns out that a Yowie had been messing with his house, and it actually had its face in his window, and he turned around and it's just fucking there, because we live in the bush and we don't have curtains, but we've got these huge bay windows of glass and stuff. You know, we don't expect anyone to be there, and he turns around and there's just this face.
Yeah, but that's so scary. Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, and that was the story he told me in the end. You know.
Like that?
Yeah, that was.
Was it like that in the window? Sorry,
guys. That's good.
I had
good timing. Good timing.
Yeah, it was. And then he goes up.
That was just waffling crap. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that's why stuff's like that's weird. Because seeing when you're in the open, you have glass windows, and I don't know, I'd have to have something cover it up. Even if there's way out in the open, if I could have them open, fine. But when I want them covered to make sure nobody could see in, that'd be good.
Well, they'd only just moved too, so I guess they hadn't decorated and put curtains up or something. Yeah, whoever was there before must have taken curtains or something.
Yeah, especially
well, you take curtains.
Explorers.
Yeah. Why would you take curtains when you buy them to fit a window? It's not like they're going to fit your next window. Anyway.
Yeah.
You got any cool?
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
I was gonna ask Steve if he's got any cool cryptid stories. He looks like he'd have some cool.
Me? No, I have no. I only have UFO videos, or not videos. I do have a couple, but I haven't posted them. But I only have UFO.
Hey, get over here.
I wanted to say to James once again. We're gonna infiltrate the Westland Mall. We're going to kick the crackheads. We're gonna drop kick them when we go in there and urban explore. And I want to say hi to Barbara. I love Barbara so much. She's the mama bear around here. Let me tell you that. What a great lady. So yeah, me and James are going to infiltrate. We're going to do our urban exploration video for y'all soon. That's for sure. What were we just talking about?
Well, what you're talking about, and then what Sapphire was mentioning, and just went out my mind right now too.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
But that other scary places, because I know there's which one? I know I mentioned Rose Red because there's something similar with all these doors. You go in one place and another. and I guess it was the Winchester house or whatever, the person that made the gun or whatever house they made. There's a house where you could go and open a door and there's nothing there, or it could lead outside. I guess it was supposedly based
In
off
real
of that.
life,
And
it's crazy. Like,
yeah, it's
why is
kind
there
of
a
like
door
that.
just going out of nowhere?
Yeah, like there, like what we're watching, you could go left through a door, you could go right where there's a light, or you could go upstairs with the other light. And it's like, well, which one's going to lead to what? It could be a nowhere. That's why it's kind of crazy with certain ideas and certain stuff that's actually done. That's why I've been wanting to spend the night over at the Queen Mary, just going around, because I went one time to where they're getting ready for Halloween, and it was all dark in the pool area on the tour, and one area went around to some room, and me just loving that stuff, I went and walked in. It was all dark and scary. I was like, "Fuck that!" Ended up coming back out. Went to everyone
You
else.
have to know when to
was
back
fun,
out of
man.
something.
Yeah, me and my cousin
Instincts.
went away from the tour to go and sit into one of the rooms where the theater is, and he got scared and left, and then I ended up leaving a little bit after that. But the ghost hunters were there, and they ended up mentioning there's a lady in a white dress that was over on the stage in that room. So I wouldn't doubt he probably felt something.
Now, if I saw this, if I walked into a building, I would immediately, like what I'm showing right now, I would immediately back out, because that looks like a fun house that has no way out, and we'd probably get raped in the end. Like, there's a rapist in there somewhere. There's a killer or a rapist somewhere in there, and you do not want to even go in that place. If you do want to go in there, you better have some pieces on you. You better be well,
Let's got some serious evil clown vibes going on.
Yeah. Well, it's not bad. It's like a smaller version of like a parking lot,
But yeah, parking lots are scary too, though. How many times I've lost my car like 15 times in parking lots and parking garages. You see that shit? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Assume faithful physician.
Like, what is the I feel like this is really like an analogy for life, man. Like, we're just all in this realm that we can't get out of because we've been completely annihilated by fake reality.
More getting wavy. Look at that.
Yeah, look at the. Did you see that on the wall there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, we got one. Get back to it. Oh no. On those circles. Do they lead you out? Because he did not follow the circles. No, no. Whoa! Run! Stop filming and run. Oh, there he is. You can't escape. Doesn't matter where you go.
Yep.
I want to pause this for a second because I saw Barb said, "Is this a real video?" It kind of looks like, no, this is not real. None of this is real. What is fun is to speculate on what you would do in this situation, or maybe it is real. If we live in a simulation and you can glitch through and you can phase through the ground, if you step in the wrong place, maybe it is real. I don't know. That's the fun of it all. That's the fun of this. So let's go back into it. I hate hallways, man. No doors. Hallway with no doors, man. More pillars.
What's worse than a hallway with no doors?
Hamburger with no cheese.
Yeah, that is no, but hallway with doors that are locked.
Oh yeah.
With Nicole Kidman, to where it was something where it's like the haunting type of stuff, and every room in the house she kept locking it. Oh wow.
Talk with the others.
Yeah, there you go. I think that was it. Yeah, and it turns out they were the dead ones. She killed the kids.
Kidman's hot.
And
Illuminate confirmed. Oh, where we are.
She is. I mean, hot enough for
Only the hypnotism.
Well, my bad, not Illuminati. My bad, Scientology, for them to accept.
This.
In a joke way, I don't know what their actual criteria is, but they're not getting people of a certain look or certain looks, I guess. And that's about anyone that they're gonna promote. The hell's going on? It's like pausing and playing.
I'm doing it. Just look at the hands.
Yeah, okay.
So when you go into an alternate dimension, do you stop being yourself?
The emergency management system is broken.
Oh yeah.
You cannot
depend. Add. Less creepy stuff.
Yeah. And was that the screen, the black and white screen, part of the ad, or was it part of the video we're watching?
Probably part of the ad.
That's weird, because that's like some poltergeist stuff, seeing how we're watching scary stuff. So poltergeist is like another teleport thing to
I know that's even scarier. I was thinking.
Yeah.
This one's a Kmart.
It's just so much stuff.
Hoi.
This one's not fake. This is an actual.
What up, Sapphire came back.
I bought a lot of Pokemon cards at Kmart back in the day. You know, Martha Stewart sold a lot of pillows there. You used to get some Tech Deck skateboards. You remember Kmart?
Yeah,
Shop Smart. Shop S Smart.
Dude, that literally looks like the one. Well, it literally does look like everyone. Never mind. There's one that's remodeling right now in the city. What was that?
Blue Light Special.
Oh, yeah. Blue Light Special, and it's fucking red.
Barb says, reminds me of my daughter's Twitch stream. Your daughter, let me know what her Twitch stream is, because I want to watch it if this reminds you of that, because this is awesome.
Dude, it's like whoever bought out Kmart, they ruined it just so Walmart could be whatever, because literally Kmart was whatever Walmart is, and it's just sucks. Because I remember getting food and other stuff at the stuff over around the corner.
Yeah, you
Even
get a
ices,
pretzel.
to think of it.
Oh, the
Pretzels and
ices are
ices.
so good.
Even they don't even do that at freaking Walmart now. But the
No.
Kmart's getting remodeled because it's freaking gone.
I was just thinking about that today.
Stupid.
Even like how the Walmarts and all the stores nowadays, they have no good architecture. They're literally just boxes for people to walk into and to be slaves for. And there's nothing about it that would. There's nothing appealing about going into a Walmart. There's nothing appealing about going into a Target. Oh, they got a red thing. They might have a ball out front. There's nothing about it that is creative. It's just literally sterile boxes full of shit that they want you to buy, you know. But Kmart back in the day, Kmart had some style a little bit. They had some nostalgia.
Yeah, Kmart was good. Like even the Kmart that still lasted, the inside and everything kind of like how it is, right? Showing the floors and everything wasn't as good, but people still went there. Like it was still going. Like I don't know, I don't know. That's why to me, me personally, if things look too nice, I don't feel as comfortable. There's like Target, I could feel a little bit comfortable in there now, but I used to be fine with Walmart to other stuff. But
it's just like
Target and other things.
There's no place that you go. Like you don't even see restaurants or anyone anymore. Like doing anything that looks like an inviting place. They're all just square buildings with a sign on them. There's no architecture. There's no art to it. There's nothing inviting or appealing about it. It's just like we're slaves to just this bought space, just like what we're seeing right now. It's creepy.
I love old school Art Deco for a look. It's like plain futuristic, and your lights look like rocket ships and cones from Buck Rogers and stuff.
Sapphire, this is the whole reason I'm doing this is because I love the game BioShock. Have you ever played BioShock? It's like the same as walking through one of these malls that is like cracked out, but it's like it's on acid. You ever played BioShock? Anyone here?
No, my brother used to.
I never played it, but I know
BioShock is my favorite game.
Play it.
BioShock is my favorite game all the time. I love
Zelda.
BioShock
and Fallout. Fallout was more of his.
Oh, Fallout was great too. But BioShock, the story, in my opinion, is better. All 4 games.
The music, the old style, I love that stuff. Sounded good.
This is what it reminds me of.
I do a good Marty Robbins Big Iron. And StarCraft 2 on the jukebox. It's got some great oldies too.
Yeah, that's why those oldies are like. I don't even know how to explain those oldies. I guess great oldies, great oldies.
It's just like rock.
It's nice those 20s, whatever it is. It's freaking.
I don't mind myself a bit of swing. I like the swing. Yeah, you got it, Huff.
That's why that little style, that the first map that's available for free on Zombies, the way that era looks like the old school, like I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it's like a dope style.
Do you think video games have an influence on the way that we think about the world and the way it's processed in our brains if we play enough of those games? Which I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do love some video games myself, and I've got really addicted to some of them. Not so much as other people, but
I think it would depend on the type of game. Like
liminal spaces.
I bet you could find something in first-person shooters' heads if you did them in a brain scanner that they're analyzing 3D space in a way other people aren't. But then you take someone that does like puzzle games, and they're probably using their brain in ways other people don't. I think it would be like the genre.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at one of these videos about liminal spaces.
I heard somebody smart talking about stuff similar to that.
Yeah, it's like you know how they talk about
it's your mentality or the way you think. Brainwaves or however.
Yeah,
it's more like one person think. No, go ahead.
They always measured the 3, the alpha, beta, gamma, but now we've measured up to 7, and some of them only occur in peak athletes while they're visualizing doing their thing or on a treadmill or something. And then other ones that we've observed now are only in deep meditation. and some people use a bit of both of them, you know, and I think there's probably a hell of a lot more brain waves and functions that we just can't test for yet, but it's likely if someone's got that savant key to whatever they're doing, whether it's art, music, literature, or science or maths, I bet there's going to be some like brain thing that they got going on, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it would have to be just like your best thing, because there's the movie, I think it was Divergent, to where they literally had everything
Yep,
to where
another one.
yeah, they tested you, and the whatever test they're doing with their little tech knew exactly what your best job was going to be, and that's where you had to go. So either it was like genetics or however your brain, however they want to do.
And the divergent people were the ones that exhibited multiple traits. And maybe when they talk about these enlightened people of, you know, all the mysticism in ancient times, maybe they just did unlock their brain in ways. And to say we don't use 100% of our brain is like, sure, okay, but we use a hell of a lot of it, you know. It's not like it's 90% unused doing nothing. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, or just
That's
like
bullshit.
with other stuff that I heard, like what if it's like we're like with the conscience or something higher? What if that and just our brain is just that little receiver in a way to, you know, connect to it, to where you don't really you have unlimited stuff. It just depends on whatever like wave you pick up, which in a way thoughts or certain things are actual things to like Morse code,
like a
little
miasma of thoughts. Yeah. Like a miasma of thoughts that permeate the surrounding area. And it's like you'll be thinking something about a place, in a place, and then your friend will say something real similar to it a couple of days later in the same kind of place. Like there's some kind of lingering thought thing going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why a lot of stuff like that's like weird and creepy, to where like, well, it's almost like we could be watching Hoffcast right now, and if a lot of us watched it, we could just be talking about thinking stuff like that. And that's why with other things are just weird, because a lot of people could be doing it like, you know, similar, like out of nowhere there's somebody coming up with Hoffcast, there's a similar stuff being talked
Well,
about
this all
within it.
relates back to the back room,
There's
doesn't
only one
it?
Hoffcast, all right? There's some other bitch out there who tries to be Hoffcast, but he's
It's
fake.
like the door, it says Hoffcast, and you walk through it, and there's so many different things that keep leading back to it.
Yeah, it's like it all could be related to the back rooms, you know. It's just a metaphor for
exactly liminal spaces. Liminal spaces. This is what the fear comes from. Is the fear of
liminal. I thought you were trying to say subliminal, but it's
no, that is part of it. That's the prefix and the suffix.
What is the definition of a liminal space? A place.
Well, let's look it up. Let's look it up because I looked it up.
Subliminal or
limit?
Limit or liminal? Like I never heard liminal.
Place of meiotic repetition.
Minimal.
Minimal, yeah.
Liminal.
Subliminal. That's why
subliminal
space. We'll look this up, all right.
Subminimal.
My parents had a bloody float tank when I was growing up, and they had the hippie stuff, and they used to get in a sensory deprivation float tank with like the salt water, and it's like the salt water makes your body rise more than it normally does in normal water. And it's like a float tank. And you listen to like trippy stuff in there. It's crazy, man. It's so good. You gotta try it.
Liminal space, the aesthetic known as a liminal space, is a location which is a transition between two other locations or states of being. These are abandoned, and this is Wikipedia, by the way, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is not Wikipedia.
It sounds like the Bifrost Bridge.
Oftentimes empty, a mall at 4 a.m. or a school. Damn, they fucked me. You know, it's literally all
it's
night,
a lobby.
You know.
Yeah, it means lobby, a transitional space. It's a lobby.
Liminal spaces are basically an empty space where you feel. It says liminal spaces are also quite subjective. What appears nostalgic to one person may be more unsettling to another. While some may find the same image bland with no emotions attached to it, there's even debate as to whether it should even be considered aesthetic. That's what I'm talking about completely tonight. This is amazing. Visual liminal space aesthetics consists of any room, corridor, or hallway that is big and empty, yet carries an eerie and unsettling vibe with it. This part is key in separating the liminal space aesthetic from just a regular photo from an empty room, corridor, or hallway. The effect can be achieved with photo edits. You know, we did that all night. Despite this, however, according to the Backrooms, possibly the best known example is the Backrooms entry, the pantheon of creepypasta that describes what you see as no clip out of reality. Backrooms has been adapted into a variety of media, but has been a particularly popular topic in the realm of video games, where no less than 5 games are based on the concept. What? Okay, well, whatever.
Do you think the concept of Hollow Earth and Agartha and Shambhala could be some kind of backroom glitch in reality? Like, no one's saying the Earth's actually totally hollow, but
I agree, man. I believe in simulation theory. I'm sorry if anyone disagrees. We don't have to agree, but Hoff here, I'll put it out there. I agree, and I think we're in a simulation. I really do. I 100%.
Well, that's the great thing about that.
I believe
40%. Prove it either way. You can't prove it either way. If we are in a simulation, we can't prove beyond our.
I know. I'm not trying
reality.
to tell anyone how to think. A lot of people think certain ways, and I'm not trying to tell you how to think. What I think about the world is that we're in a simulation. That's where all the technology comes from and whatnot. And it's fine if you don't agree with me. I agree with that. That's what Hoffcast is all about.
Yeah. Then the next question is it your simulation as your own body, or is it somebody else's?
I don't know yet.
I think of it metaphorically as if a question that cannot be answered. That's like, perhaps I am dreaming you and you are dreaming me at the same time.
Makes me wonder.
Yeah, that's the too, hearing about that. Yeah, people having the same dream.
Maybe we're all one consciousness individually.
We are, like an ocean.
Itself.
You're right, Sapphire.
What if it's the people in charge with like the TV, satellite stuff mess up and they suck and they just keep beaming us instead of the TV? As long as you have something metal or something close to something like that around your body, it's like, hey, we messed up. Hey, it's an accident. We beamed your brain instead of the TV. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure they could mess with something like that, but I don't think they could. Anyway, directly do.
I don't think a lot of people realize that we're living in a sea of radio and electrical waves at all times. That's why your phone works. That's why we're here right now. We are not in clean air. We are literally living in a sea of electricity, and I think we're electrical beings.
That's why you said molecular, and it was close to molecular. Because it does seem like we're getting fucked. It does seem like we're getting fucked, though. It does.
That's why I want to live inside
molecular level.
The concrete underground.
Yeah.
But I think we're all
funny.
I think we're all electrical.
Please, you don't get in trouble for that joke.
The sun's electrical. There's no. If space is a vacuum, that's bullshit, because the only excuse they have for the sun being there is nuclear fission. And I don't understand how that works because I'm not smart enough for it. And I don't think anyone else is on this planet because no one has been there. That's the problem. A lot of people think they
UK scientists just quadrupled the amount of time for a sustained fission reaction. I think it lasted about 3.5 seconds. And they just quadrupled the time from theoretically possible to we've sustained it for a couple of seconds now.
Oh,
I
mic
heard that,
drop
like,
right
reaction.
there. Oh.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the Big Bang.
Yeah,
like
but
when you're nutting and that explosion, or
that's awesome.
like when
You know?
sperm gets the egg,
Yeah.
you know, you got the
That's,
little
that's like
explosion.
3.5 whole seconds of free energy for everyone. You know, that's 3.5 seconds worth of that.
That's the way I feel every
You
time
know?
I come. You know, oh my gosh.
Three and a
Well,
half
there is
seconds worth of
free
energy
energy
for
out there,
everyone.
like almost with
Yeah.
the Rolex watch or certain stuff. Like you could
Oh,
literally
yeah,
be doing
kinetic
stuff to
energy.
keep the energy going itself.
Oh, yeah. I watched
As long
this
as that
guy on
motion's
YouTube
going.
that does watch builds, and they've got little pendulums in them and the old mechanical watches with little cogs and gears and springs and shit. And like the crystals in the watch are on this fine feathered thing, and it does oscillate at a frequency because of the quartz crystal and the ruby in the tip of this bloody needle. It's crazy stuff, man. Like the mechanical
Isn't that weird,
engineering
man?
of it.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
There's so much stuff that's not taught like in school. That's why it sucks. Like, why are so many being techs and paying all this to? I mean, that's why it sucks. I mean, that's why with mine, I see other people doing more than I have or ever will, and especially at this point in life. And it's like, man, what the hell are people complaining or even giving me crap when it's like all this, like, you should be taught something else. As long as you know how to read and write, comprehend stuff is, well,
Oh,
comprehending is basically the most thing. And it depends on
there's
what
this,
you're comprehending, if what you're
yeah.
raised and taught about.
There's this
People should
great
be going.
song from like 10 years ago. This guy, why don't they teach this in school or something? And he was a high schooler that had like some massive like first viral thing storming out because they're teaching shit. And he does this like white boy rap song about why are they teaching us physics and chemistry in school when we learn that playing PE? And it's like, why don't they teach us how the stock market and economics and how to pay off our house works? You know? Yeah, great song.
That's
Yeah,
why
I can't remember it.
that stuff's good too. But that's why even that, like on my end, it's like messed up. It's like if you actually have the skills, just say you're in the middle of nowhere, you have the skills to build a house. But if you are able to get all the food or whatever you need, but after that, it's like, well, certain ways, if it changes, somehow you need money to pay something so you don't lose it. Other than that, you got to go and restart again. So you have the skills to make sure you could have a living, but certain ways you got to go about a certain
or
system.
you guys, sell some crack and suck some dick.
It's a
Never
lot
been there.
easier.
I mean, it would never have to be there.
It's a lot easier to trade currency than a goat, but the value of being able to raise that goat for its value and get rid of it is probably. I agree with him in that.
Stuff like that too. Well, that's exactly like
Yeah.
instead of
Yes,
having
that's-
like a little farm and be able to do like our own little chicken or goat, it's like, oh well, we have our
If
own
no one
little
has-
McDonald's. That's our little chicken or a little goat to where it's
if no one
still
has a
somebody else.
commodity to trade in, a trading currency, whether you're like using. I watched a doco on Wampa, the Native American shell making thing, and because they're made by hand, they represent a certain amount of time and energy spent.
Yeah.
And because they didn't have enough coins in the early colonies, when they were revolting against the British, they wouldn't let any more coins in or whatever. And they had a shortage. They started trading in these Native American white and purple beads known as wampum.
Yeah, and with that, with your
and they weren't currency to the natives, but the settlers were using the wampum as currency because it represented like a thing that's hard to make.
Yeah, well, that's why it's like Bitcoin in a way, like how I see with the certain currencies. Like you got to make sure there's something physical in a way, because it's like how you say with the natives, they did their stuff more handmade, and in a way to where it's like the only way you could get this, you could have the same thing, but the only way you could get this is from these people. So it's like you got to have a certain amount of skill, or have a certain amount of currency to be able to get the skill. Other than that, like, come on now. I'm gonna buy McDonald's burgers with like Burger King. It's like I can't do it. I need to be able to, or at least I would want.
You need something intertradable. But the colonists tried to mass produce wampum, but you could tell the quality of it, and so they ended up being like cents and dollars. There was like your mass produced wampum, and then there was like the native wampum that was like the dollar, and then like the mass produced settler one was like a scent. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
And that's where
flooded
it
the
goes.
market with it. Yeah.
Yeah, all in what's your value of like a life and the labor or whatever it may be to
In the
all
Pacific
that.
Island, in the Pacific Islands, there's red and black coral beads because it grows so far down. It represents kind of a danger to get it.
Yeah.
And so in some of the Pacific Islands, they use a black and a red coral.
Yeah, that's why it's that scary. That's why it's like, man, with something like with space, it's like, oh, people are getting paid a lot to go to space. It's scary or dangerous. But if they're faking it, then well, what the fuck? Why are they? It's not scary. It's not as dangerous, but
I
that's
can't even read
on a different level. But
can't even read a train timetable. There's no way you'd get me on a rocket ship going to space.
Yeah, especially the way
as
things
above,
are.
so below. I will never go into a rocket ship into space, nor will I ever go into a submarine down to the oceans. Frick all that. I will never do any of that. I'm staying on land. I'm a landlubber.
If you can't row there, don't go there.
For sure.
You're out of your element when you go into those places.
I'll row my canoe, but if I can't row there, I don't want to go there.
Rock-a-no? Is that what you said?
No, if I can't row there, you don't go there. It's a Viking saying.
Okay, because Rock-a-no remind me of there was like a season they did of what was the name? American Horror Story. They did they had different seasons of different themes, and I think one of them was like Roanoke, and it was like a camp version of bad stuff happening.
Oh, Roanoke Island. I know the one.
Yeah,
the missing colony.
Because even in there, it shows some stuff of how things could be and how weird of like little time travelers or back room type stuff happens.
Yeah, Roanoke Island's this weird place that was an old settlers' fortress because they pissed off the surrounding natives, so they poured it in. And someone was going back to England for some supplies or whatever. And when they got back, there was no sign of a battle at all. The whole place was just a ghost town and deserted.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, is that the Roanoke? Is that the one? Like the Colony Island?
Yeah, I think so, because I heard something similar within that episode. Yeah, that was probably it. Because they do stuff similar, because they even have, from any time, they even had a episode with a chick named Leanne Rimes, I guess, or some old, singer from, like, the 80s.
No. Liam Rimes was like late 90s. All right, she was hot. She was country singer. All right?
Looked like her.
She was hot. All right.
I could picture, or not picture, but I could hear the song of the exact one, the famous one, but something about the way you play. Oh no, damn! I could hear it more in my head, but when I try to explain it, it's fucking stupid. That's why I don't know. That's why it's just weird. I don't know how brain works. People know more than me, but I could literally hear the song in my head more better than I could try to explain it. Stuff could be easy, like I know the lyrics, but that's what sucks. I don't exactly know the lyrics. That's why it's harder for me. But there's an episode where they're like witches, and she was one of like some singer. They did all kinds of stuff. Yeah, but even on another crazy
American
level.
Horror Story is like one of the most evil propaganda sort of satanic shows that you could imagine in society.
Well, that's what I heard, but it's like good.
Literally, Lady Gaga was in it as a vampire. Holy fuck,
and they end up going after kids in that one too.
Adrenochrome, they're sucking blood. Is what they do.
That's why without knowing that's why a lot of stuff I would say not ruined it, but made me like question stuff within that. Because seeing that episode or that series and all those different seasons it makes me question certain things. Because even in one of them was it was like an apocalypse, kind of like today. Oh, are we going to use the nuke, or is somebody going to go to war or not? To where there's this whole thing going on to where the rich people paid for a bunker and they went in and had everything nice so their family could survive whatever happens in case of a war. And it turned out those people end up having control over all those people and just basically decided to do whatever they wanted to. And it was just
it's all we live in.
Yeah, because even the new zombie show that's been out, Walking Dead, they have like something
it's not new, but is there a new one? There's a new version.
The newer season, something that they're having is
they want to keep that
similar,
going,
but they have to have the mask. It's apocalypse. You got to survive, and you got your own certain groups that have their own, good stuff. But that's why in that American Horror Story it just sucked, because it was like, oh, you're supposed to survive. You paid for this, and no, it just turned all bad. Now you're part of the ones to repopulate the world, however somebody says. Just like The Purge, in a way, they did the same thing in similar ways throughout that. I don't know, it's scary to put things into, think it more in a real way. They had the circus one and that one and all.
And the circus one, I watched that whole one, the carnival. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Just imagine.
It's all very like it's not fun. Like there's no positivity to the media that is being presented to the world nowadays. There's no like, hey, we can rise above this. It's all about degrading yourself. It's all about stepping down and being a lesser person rather than rising yourself up to what you could be a better person in this world is. And I hate that. I hate Hollywood for that. Hollywood is just literally trying to degrade people and to try to take them down and to make them feel less about themselves than they've ever felt about their lives before. And that's why I hate Hollywood, because they want people to not feel good. They don't want people to feel good anymore. They want to depress people. They want to control people. They want to mind control people. They want to make them feel like if you don't live up to our standards, and it's always been this way, but granted nowadays it's worse than ever. If you don't live up to our standards, then you're not a good person. And that's why I hate Hollywood, and I'll call them out,
Yeah, that's why certain stuff is kind of weird with all that. That's why you can see certain people that are able to make movies and can't, which ones are promoted that you see, oh yeah, I actually either like their acting or enjoyed their movie compared to somebody that came out. And it's more easy to see it to me in more like music, because there's a lot of that more than movies. It's like, oh, I like this music, I like this artist, their lyrics, their sound, whatever it is within their song, I like it, and I can listen to it over and over, but yet they're not even heard of, but yet there's somebody that's promoted out of nowhere every week, and it's like, oh, they're label, but even if they're label, it's just weird. Like, yeah, you're out of nowhere, somebody new, they have a song. Maybe on my end, I could like one or two, but other than that, it's just like,
these people don't write their own songs at all. These people, they have 18 writers per song, and they're all owned by the Illuminati. And I'm gonna get harder into this shit as much as I can. But the truth is, all this stuff is propaganda. Anything that's
Marilyn Manson writes Christina Aguilera's music?
What's up?
Christina, yeah, she's like almost Britney Spears too. Her certain music and
Marilyn Manson writes Christina Aguilera songs.
Oh, okay, Marilyn Manson. Oh yeah, he has his other stuff too.
He writes it,
but I wouldn't doubt it. Like, there's so many ghostwriters.
He used to write a few Avril. Yeah, like there's a couple of geniuses in the industry that are pulling some strings, but. My art teacher told me something in high school: don't get into art as a profession, because it's all about politics and who you fuck.
It's not about the people writing the songs. These people don't have the right to write their songs and to make them put out onto media or social media or radio. And this is all being manipulated now. The people who write the songs, they have no control over their songs. It's way above that. It's about what songs will manipulate the society that we live in the terms of what we put out in terms of like WAP, what else, pussy or something like that. It's dumb as shit.
It's on the same scale
or something like that. It's not about the artists making art. It's about the people way above them taking control of them, and they have no control over their art.
Yeah.
Who decided a
most of
blue
it, too, it
canvas
could be
called
'cause of the actual
Sky
skill.
was worth 20 grand? What the fuck? You know, it's not art. You could have a blue canvas and call it Sky, and some art gallery that, you know, it's just all politics and who you shag, really. Someone will value it at 20 grand, and therefore it's worth 20 grand.
Yeah, and that's why it's like, oh, you better buy that or do some. If not, it's gonna be worse.
I'm just saying, in the music industry, it's like the, you know, the fake made artists we're talking about, and it's the same in the art world. No famous artist is actually good at art. That's all.
You know,
some
I just
shocking,
imagine it's like some
revolutionary
sort of
thing.
like money laundering. In a way, it's like, all right, we need to make sure we have a certain amount of stuff spent, you know, like any regular business, but it's like, oh, we need to make sure money's here and here. If you do not spend this exact amount by this day, then, you know, it's going to be on our, you know, it's going to look bad on us, or you're going to be suspicious.
I
It's like,
swear,
you better do
the
this.
only
And it's like,
reason
hey,
painting.
you better do this, or what? You're
Yeah.
going to be homeless, or you actually did something
I
bad
swear
and
that-
got you out of jail or got you out of prison. What? You're either going to do this and it, you know. No, my bad. I'm just
the
going
only
from
reason. Yeah, the only reason certain paintings are valued as what they are is for legitimate money laundering. I swear that's how they get their outrageous values. It's because most Western countries want to support sports and arts, so they have like tax grants and things that if you buy an art thing, you get like a lot of tax-free shit.
Yeah, I get it. Like, let's say art painting costs $100,000.
Like.
You buy it, you get a tax break for maybe like 10, even maybe more or less, something like that.
And because you've bought art on your tax, you get like write-offs and stuff. You know, yeah. And I swear a lot of art just exists for money laundering and tax write-offs.
Art is bullshit, by the way. You can enjoy art all you want, but the fact that art
go
has
ahead,
no
Hopper,
actual
real quick.
money.
I'm gonna put my I'm gonna charge my phone, and it's gonna probably kick me off the stream like usual. But go ahead.
I'm gonna wrap this up before too long. Actually, it's getting pretty late. I should probably end this before too long.
Yeah, my net's been dying for ages.
All right, yeah, we'll wrap this up, boys.
Yeah, that's what.
I do want to say
first and
foremost.
No, I'm just saying, no, it's all good. It's up to you guys. I probably talk more than you guys.
No, we'll do like literally like 2 more minutes here, and I'm gonna wrap this up by saying art is bullshit. Art is you know, people can think of art. It's subjective. It's subjective. That's why someone shat in a fucking can and sold it as art. So the same reason why someone put a urinal up and sold it as art. Same reason it's always Sunny did the joke about an air conditioner in a art gallery was art rather than the art around the freaking the air purifier. And it's so funny about that because art is so subjective and it's so bullshit, and people will pay so much money for that. And it's terrible that it is. Art is honestly, I used to be a big believer in art. You know, and art does help in the world. I'm not putting art down. Same time, art can be a big flaw in society when it comes to worshiping art in the wrong way, and the way we do with, you know, manipulated footage or video games or movies or anything like that. Art can become something that can enslave us as people who are human beings trying to find out what the real world is. And so I don't truly believe in art in that manner, that art can manipulate a human being into becoming someone that they weren't potentially meant to be.
I like the artistic image of the sword, and it represents both the liberator and the oppressor. But like you're saying, art is just that image. It can be used for merchandising and pushing brands onto us, or it can be used to liberate minds and make people think. It can be
100% correct.
Yeah.
So let's wrap this up,
that's why
boys.
there's many art too.
Let's wrap this up. I'm gonna say right now, thank you all so much for being here tonight. I'll give you all one last statement before we head out here. Push anything, plug anything. If you have a channel or Twitter or something like that, go ahead and do so. But let's wrap this up. Thank you all for being here tonight. Fifth, go ahead first.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, thank you, Hoff. Thank you, everyone. Steve, Sapphire. Yeah, thank you. Nothing but my YouTube, Biff_90. That's also my gamer tag for PlayStation. I would change a lot of stuff, but I keep it because of, well, serious stuff. Of those who don't know, just feel like I have a brain chip or some sort of brain tech done to me for all kinds of weird shit and stuff that shouldn't
Please
even
check
be
out the
possible.
Hoffcast live stream that we did together. That'll explain a lot.
Yeah, and other stuff, questions. My Twitter that I used, that's why it's mostly that too, Twitter and YouTube. Biff__90. That's mine. I use there. I do all kinds of stuff. Say, put my stuff on there. And yeah, the only other thing besides that, maybe somebody could ask me questions or give me crap besides me using caps. That's about it. I get more crap over using caps locks than I do talking about brain chips and other stuff. So
I know, man. It's a distraction.
I don't know what's going on.
Maybe you should stop using the caps, and only because maybe that's a distraction from what you're really saying. And I believe what you're saying, brother.
Well, it's only because people have the idea already that, oh, I'm yelling. Well, maybe I want to use something else, like something I've even joked about. Like, let me use cursive. Let me use some other type of thing. I would use it, but I'm using my phone.
Just do every letter high, like one capital letter, one lowercase, and that will really get your point across like a SpongeBob.
Yeah, cool. But that's why even then, it's just like the point across and other things. It's just, well, what is it? Like if it's, I mean, whatever. That's why there's certain stuff like I have the caps, but does my point not make sense? Is you already have a certain idea, like if I'm yelling from what I mostly get.
I got no problem.
If I'm yelling like I'm mad.
Hoffcast,
yeah, no, that's what it is. I mostly get that.
You can
I'm yelling, I'm mad
all day.
Well, if so, am I making sense or whatever I'm getting, talked to? Is that making sense? Stuff like that. But that's why it's just something I get. It just no, but it's all good. That's why I can handle it. Because if not, I've already gone through worse stuff. So if anything, I wouldn't even be here.
You're always welcome here on Hoffcast, bro. You're definitely a boss for sure, 100%. Let's talk to another boss here tonight, Mr. Sapphire Elf. Anything you want to plug, bro?
No, I'll just leave everyone with a quote for the night. Why are things the way they are, and therefore not otherwise?
Because we choose to.
There's no right or wrong answer.
Allow it.
I know there's no answer to that one. You have no channel to plug or anything like that, Mr. Sapphire Elf?
I'd like to live stream eventually, but I got mobile internet, so I need 50 subscribers. If you want to just click my name and go, yeah, cool.
Well, plug what you can, man. Sorry, I'm not better at that.
Just subscribe to my name at YouTube, and when I get 50, I might jump on with Blue Chicken or someone.
I do want to say, Mr. Elf, that
for me.
I want to say, Mr. Elf, that I love my brothers from down under. I love the Australian people for sure. I get a lot of Australian viewers. Turbo Turd and Miss Stephanie have not been around for a while. Unfortunately, they used to be regular watchers, but I think that Australians have probably one of the best senses of humor when it comes to world views. And that's why I love Australians, because they seem to be really open-minded about things.
That's right. We don't have to share a border with anyone because we got a big fucking moat. So we're pretty chilled. It's called the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean.
Absolutely. So, all right, we'll wrap this up and take this
I wish
backstage.
I could visit many places. That's why it sucks. A lot of stuff. I mean, real quick, Hoff. A lot of stuff sucks in this world. We have a big world of all this stuff to visit, but we can't. Many people don't even go out their own city, let alone state. But yeah, everyone's working hard for what? You're getting taxed for what? What the fuck?
I'm 7 k's
What the
down the
fuck?
road from the hospital I was born in. But in Australia, it's great, mate. We've got every culture, you go into the supermarket,
Oh no,
you
Steve.
always buy something weird to give it a go. Anyway, 2 minutes. Sorry.
All right, let's wrap this up. Thank you so much, all you bosses, for being here tonight. Let me try to get through the chat real quick here. I like to say hi to
My bad.
everybody.
Steve left.
Actually,
Come back.
Glacial Musher 09, Matt Beast Astro, Matt Brooks, Wookiee Supremacy, of course. Steve, I know he was saying he's having problems with it, with being here tonight. But Steve, thank you so much for being here, man. Deranged Lunatic, aka DL, Wookiee Supremacy, longtime watcher, my buddy James, Tina Tamazuski. I think they're doing a creepy little book stream tonight. So check that out if you're looking for that sort of thing. I'll probably stop by there tonight. MSG. Dang, what Ravens Outpost. What a great crew tonight. Barb, of course. Thank you all for being here. And I want to thank my my panel for being here, of course. The show wouldn't have happened without you guys. I really appreciate you. And we're gonna just knock this out and go backstage. And
Damn,
I want to say,
still want to do a backstage, huh? Fucking beast over here.
I mean, maybe for a few minutes, maybe not too long. It's pretty late for me, but I'm just saying I'm not gonna just like dip out on you. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
So,
if anything, thanks go to you. None of us would be here if you didn't want to do a show. So.
Thank you, man.
Thank you
I love the community so much. It's such a good freaking community, and you guys are just the nicest people in the whole world. Let me tell you, I'm dead serious about that. I've met a lot of people. You're the nicest people in the world. I love you all, bosses. Thank you for watching tonight. I will get to you on Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hoff signing off. Cheers to y'all.